to another episode. Happy Saturday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. We have some crazy news going on right now. Some breaking news. Looks like Inner is selling to Hot. No, I'm just kidding. William, how are you, my William? How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here tonight.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, Joker J? Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome.
Good. How's everybody doing? Hello.
Guys, so like I said, so it looks like, we've gotten confirmation that the former president of the United States has been shot in the ear, apparently. It's insane. We talk about this not often because I choose not to, because you peasants will decide to walk away from the stream if we get into politics, which again, I don't like to do anyway, but this is very important. This is very telling of what's to come. This is very telling of what's been happening. Look how far they're willing to take it. Okay. Look how far they're willing to take it to not let this man back into office. Okay. That's how scary it is. Remember that the left is constantly telling you Trump is going to be a dictator. Trump is going to bring us to World War III. Trump is this. Trump is that. We got to protect democracy from Trump. Meanwhile, look at what's happening in your face. Just look around, and it should tell you everything that's going on. Quickly, Joker J, what do you think of the situation? And then we'll get started after William goes.
Well, in regards to what you just said, there's a saying, and I forget where I heard it, but it's don't listen to what they say. It's watch what they do.
Right.
So if you're curious about anything that's going on in the political climate of our country, all you have to do is pay attention and look with your own two eyes. Don't listen to what anybody's saying. Just look around you and you can see what happens. I think it's a sad state of affairs right now that people are so easily riled by all the propaganda that goes on both sides. Nobody's looking to take anybody's rights away. Nobody's looking to kill each other. I mean, all this stuff it's constant fear. It's fear mongering. And I think the more people that open their eyes to that and realize that we're going through a tough time in this country, but we've been here before and this has happened before, and cooler heads should prevail if everybody doesn't become reactionary, choose a team and go after each other. I think we'll be just fine. So that's my hope, is that everybody just kind of stays calm and rational about it, and we'll weed out all these idiots on both sides eventually, I hope, because we're getting played on both sides, period. Absolutely. And that's the real truth. So,
William, you as being former military, I guess till pretty recently, how do you feel about what's going on? Obviously, I don't know how that works with the military. If, anything goes on, within the country, I don't know if you get deployed, how does that work? But what do you think about the situation as of right now?
Just another day in America.
Oh, this happens every day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah? That's nice.
Everyone hates each other. No one gets along.
No, we're talking about the president. The president's shooting.
Alleged shooting.
Alleged. So we know who William is voting for, guys. All right, so let's say hello to the chat real quickly.
That was awesome.
Oh, man. All right, guys, so let's see who's in here. We got this guy in the house.
What up?
We got Bobo!
How you doing?
Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome. He says, they say Trump might still show up at USC. Let me tell you something. This guy, they're just giving him so much more power. It's insane. Okay? It's insane. They're making him a what do you call it? They're gonna make him such an iconic human being, and their goal is to do the complete opposite. Okay, their goal is to make him look the worst, and all they're doing is propping him up every single time they do something that backfires. Literally propping him up every time. We got Rob in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
Rob, let me know if you're available. Let me know, Robert. We got Derek in the house. Says, what not Richard and Dr. Ruth? What?
How you doing?
And welcome. We got Tuli in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Welcome. Hit that like. Yes, guys, there's 20 of you guys in here. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Thank you guys for being here as well. Skitty Pop. This guy, unbelievable. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. You guys, welcome everybody. We got Thrawn's Office. Welcome. That's a new one.
Hello.
He says, crazy world out there. Be good to each other, please. Absolutely. That's all you can do.
I thought it said Thrawn's Orifice.
Oh my God. Can you
It
imagine?
should. That's a better name.
Can you imagine being in the military and not being able to read? Unreal, William. Unreal. Oh my God, this guy. Tuli says, if y'all see Fabs a little teary-eyed today, please be kind. He isn't stoned. His friend Donald Trump. Guys, for those who don't know, Trump left me a voicemail, okay? And I want to play it for you guys, for those who don't know.
I have many, many friends and many, many hot toys. But Fabio is my friend, even though I have more figures than him. But don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Make figures great again. I have many, many friends.
So that's my boy. This is why I'm a little sad, okay? My homie left me that voicemail.
When he says, even though I have more figures than him, oh my God, that part gets me every time. Oh, it's so funny. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. I have the best figures.
Uncle Carter said, Fab is changing his briefs. Make collecting great again. Unbelievable. We got Ernesto in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Nice to see ya.
How you doing?
Let's see. Did we do this for Bobo? Where's Bobo? Did I say hello to Bobo?
Bobo!
Yeah. So he was the first one. Or second one.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah. Will was first. He was UFC.
We got Joe. Oh my God, you made it, Joe. This is for you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
And also this, Joe.
Konnichiwa, bitch.
Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you here. We got the Thor in the house. Welcome.
I'm doing.
Says Fabstradamus because he told you so. Oh, what's up? Oh, unbelievable. Guys, this is an inside joke, okay? Do you collect guys? This guy.
Oh, it's gonna be a good night.
I know. He said, "This guy." I wish you guys knew who Joe was. Oh my God, that is so funny. Let's see. We got Jim in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Konnichiwa.
We got Saturday nights all right for slamming in our guys, we're gonna get into it. Okay, we're gonna get into Inart. It looks like J&D is getting into Harry Potter as well. Insane price point for that little tiny thing. So we're gonna get into it, guys. We got Leo in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's see. We got the Nightmare in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you tonight?
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, guys. We got GVL.
Oh, that's Gina.
Gina, nice to see ya.
Hello.
Welcome. Fabs Lasers, can you imagine an appointment with him? Oh my God. This is for you, Rob.
How dare you?
Oh, let's see. I just popped. Thank you for being my friend. That's awesome. He said, did it hurt? Unbelievable. You guys are nuts. Not at all. He said not at all. Oh man. Fab is late because he's at the hospital checking on his boy Donald. Unbelievable. Guys, yes, hit that like button. There's 25 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Wonder if this guy lingerie. As the world turns, we find ourselves waiting for Dr. Fabs. I'm here, guys. I'm here. Fab didn't pay his internet bill. Imagine.
He was black and white for a while.
Today's Rudy's the king of third party unlicensed birthday. Yes, I was going to get there. Huge,
Wow.
huge happy birthday to Rudy. The third party peasant, Rudy. Rudy's 1/6 world. Happy birthday, my friend.
Do we get a golf clap?
Absolutely. I think he turns 52 today. So happy birthday, my friend. He's
Happy birthday, bud.
up there. He's graying. Joe says at least Donald and Mike Tyson have something in common.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. That's funny.
We got Ryan. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
And then we got, let's see who else. We got Matt Planet in the house. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome.
Hello.
It's been a while, Matt Planet. I feel like I haven't seen you maybe in a stream or two. Maybe I'm wrong. Happy birthday to Rudy. Happy birthday again to Rudy. We got Giovan in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here tonight.
How you doing?
See who else is in the house. You guys are on fire. My God, is William digging a swallow grave in his backyard? William, how do you swallow graves? Oh, Nefty, I think your phone's broken. Welcome, my friend.
I'm doing.
I texted, I called, I called twice, I messaged, and I got a notification that you looked at your phone, but felt like you didn't need to respond. I don't know. Kind of
Maybe it was mid-wipe.
if Nefty, if you were mid-wipe and 2 hours apart, we have a problem. So let's see who else is in here. Boom. We got Paul in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
And then we have Chris, as always. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
I'm doing.
Welcome. We got Anthony in the house. How are you, my friend? Where's Anthony? I just saw Anthony. Wait, am I bugging? I think Anthony deleted. No, I think Anthony deleted his comment. I literally was just going to click on it and it was gone. Matt Planet says, fast, my fig fast, and I'm good. Oh, there you go. You're welcome, my friend. Awesome. I hope you use the coupon code FabsFigures. As always, let's see who else. Oh,
Hey.
look who it is, Mr. Cyber Attack. Mr. Cyber Attack is here. Nelson, unbelievable.
No, listen. I let me just tell you something. I just finished a big pool party in my house, right?
I figured. See, I told you.
At 9:10, it is right now 9:20. At 9:10, I found out what happened in the news.
Crazy, right?
Because everybody, we were all in the pool. It's my kid's graduation party because he's leaving soon to college. So I did get a message from you calling, and when I went to pick up, it went dead. And then that's when I got on the show and I sent you to send me the link. But at it's 9:20, 9:10, I found out what happened. I was like, wow.
Crazy. Now you being former law enforcement, how do you feel about a situation like that?
Look, one thing, not only law enforcement, I was in an investigation. I was basically what they call a commanding officer of the detective squad. So we dealt with all the 7 majors. One thing I learned in the 25 years of policing is that there's cuckoos on both sides of the political fence. The extreme left, extreme right. And I can tell you right now, like they're gonna have they're gonna scrutinize that guy, his family, all the contacts. And let me tell you something. If he would have succeeded, where would we have been right now? If he would have,
Yes.
think about that.
Yes.
All the cuckoo cocoa puffs. I mean, look, I'm a Republican in a blue state. I tell you that right now. I have suffered the slings and arrows of this Democratic state living here for all my life, because I'm 51. I've lived in New York all my life, and again, you see this in policing, quacks, extreme quacks from both sides of any ideology. You understand? You can be a little conservative, you're a little a liberal in the middle, but then you have the extreme conservative, extreme liberal, and stuff happens.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. We got K Floss in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
I mean, what does this do to the campaign now?
Oh, it's crazy.
Pretty much guaranteed him he's going to win.
And you know that, I was watching this on TikTok, The Simpsons predicting the assassination of Trump. It almost got close, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know who this is. Pre-ordered the new deluxe armored Batman. Looking for the Joker's Wild. Thank you for being here, Incognito.
Star.
Welcome. Never been to one. All right, guys. So let's get started with the news. So first and foremost, we're gonna go over the one release, which is very exciting, right? And then, like I said, guys, we're gonna have some drama for later, so you may want to stick around. It's gonna get juicy. Don't forget, Mike's supposed to show up as well. So first and foremost, guys, we have here the Imperial Praetorian Guard from The Mandalorian. I believe it was season 2 or season 3? Season 3, that's what I thought. So let's go with you, Jay. Is this something that you're getting? Is this something that you're interested in? Did you get the original ones? I want to say from either not the Force Awakens. It was either Last Jedi. Yeah, it was either The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker. So The Last Jedi is the correct movie. Were they appealing to you then, and are they appealing to you now?
We had talked about, what was it, the Purge Trooper. You and I had talked about how it looks great in the photos, and then when you get it in hand, it looks kind of cheap. Like the armor doesn't come off glossy; it comes off plastic looking.
Yep.
I get the same thing with these guys and the Last Jedi ones. I think the Crimson Guard from the Return of the Jedi were great because it was just the helmet, and the rest of it was robes.
Yeah.
These guys, there's so much armor on here. The red, it just looks cheap plastic to me. It doesn't come off the way that I think it's intended to. I suppose you could say that about most of the troopers that are not chromed, if you really wanted to, but for some reason, I don't know why. It just, that's why I brought up the Crimson Guards, because I'm like, why do I like them and not these? It's because there's less plastic. Something about this looks very Hasbro.
Well, you know what's funny? It's funny you're picking on the armor, but this is what a trooper is literally, just in red.
Yeah.
And for some reason, these, or at least the paint application, makes them look a lot cheaper than any given trooper, any clone trooper at that, which is crazy.
And I can't figure out why. It just, they really look like a Black Series figure. If you didn't say what scale these were, you would think they were Black Series. So, no, I'm not into it at all.
And you didn't bother with the original ones either, right?
No.
Hono.
Yo.
How do you feel about these?
They look nice.
Are you getting any, or are you waiting to get them at $50 each?
No, I made one.
How?
With a Praetorian head and a Death Trooper that was spray painted red, and it looks better than that.
So you're saying that you are becoming competition for inner and J and D? So wait, so are you not getting any of these? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you hate them?
I'm not getting any. I don't need any for my display.
Oh, you don't care for these guards at all?
They're all right. It's like, you know, they were neat seeing them in The Last Jedi, and you know, then they all got slaughtered, and then it's like, okay, they killed Paz Vizsla, and then, you know, then they all got killed. And so it's nice seeing them actually in act.
So is it?
What?
Well, what I was gonna say was, is it the storyline that turns you off from them? Meaning, like, because they didn't have such a great part in the movie, you're like, who cares?
No, it's just I don't have too many trooper type guys. I've had Imperial Royal Guards before. I like them. Kind of like what Joker was saying, you know, we probably have more of an attachment to those based off of it just being, you know, the OG Red Guard. And it's just like, yeah, they look nice. You know, people that have the Last Jedi ones, they'll still be different. You know, they're not exactly the same. They have different accessories, different armor, different setups, all that stuff.
Right. Guys, for those who don't know, William is currently burning calories. So Nefty, what about you? How do you like?
I ordered
this. Did you order the original ones? Or are you getting only these only from Jazz Inc?
I got the original one from what is it?
The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi.
No. I don't have those from.
Oh, the Royal Guards from.
Royal Guards. The Last Jedi I wasn't collecting at that time.
So you have how many Royal Guards? One or the two for the Palpatine?
Two for the Palpatine.
And you got the Palpatine on the throne?
Yes, I got the Palpatine on the throne as well, with the Jazz Inc. throne. I do, with the whole Jazz Inc. thing. It's amazing, bro.
The old one, right? He made that a long time ago, right?
Well, I got the 2.0.
Oh, you got the updated one, because I remember he did that.
The updated one, he did not. It did not come with a throne. In the original one, he sold the throne. So I already had a throne from Hot Toys.
Gotcha.
So I have a blasphemy, right? Hot Toys and Jazz Inc. combined. But
Crossing the stream.
He's got a
little a Mandalorian vibe as well. I like the helmet. I got two in order, and I got Moth to go with this one. And I'm gonna
I ordered three of these. I ordered three of these on Sideshow. I have three of the original ones. I got two Royals, two from the Last Jedi, and I three from the Last Jedi, and I ordered three of these as well. I can't with these. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. But because it comes with all three weapons, I'm like, this is the only reason why you need. Again, I usually my justification to getting multiples is always what? A different outfit, a different look, a different head sculpt. That's why I usually get multiples. There is absolutely no reason for me to get multiples of these, only because of the weapons, right? So it's really not necessary at all.
Fabs,
but
price?
Huh?
You remember the price for this?
Yeah, 2 and change. They're not expensive.
That's another thing. It was kind of fair. It wasn't,
correct. Correct.
Talk with certain figures like, hey, there's no head sculpt. What the hell? But I do.
250. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Again, remember these are clone prints.
Yes.
Right? These are always reused. These are only panels that are repainted, right? If you compare these, again, I haven't done this, but if you compare these to the Last Jedi ones, there have to be some similarities one way or another. There has to be something similar. So they're always going to try to reuse something out of whatever previous figures they made in the past to be able to maximize profit, so they don't have to constantly keep making new molds and new stuff for every figure. We got the Alchemist in the house. Welcome, my friend. Being here, we got, let's see who else is in here. Why are we not talking toys?
That must be old.
A lot of people had low opinions on the Legends of Praetorian Guards, and once they're so exactly, and that's and you Nightmare know more than anybody that that's how it tends to be, right? It's always, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. Once it's gone, when people realize, hey, everybody got something that turned out to be cool and something that turned out to be popular and wanted by people, that's when they decide that they like it. And we talked about this last stream as well. People buy in this community out of FOMO, out of hype, and not only that, but out of once they see, right? They may not jump into it immediately, but once they see the bigger picture of, all right, everybody's talking about this figure, everybody likes this figure, the figure, and then you start building your own. All right, the figure looks good. I don't know why I missed out on it. Why didn't I pre-order? And it happens very often now, very frequently now, and I'm noticing it more and more and more.
I just got a notification. Iron Man 6 delayed for me.
From
I just got
Sideshow?
that too. Sideshow, absolutely. I got that email as well. It says, I'm going to read it for you right now because I literally got it before we signed on. It says, your item, Iron Man Mark 6 2.0 with suit up gantry, 6-scale figures has been delayed. Thank you for understanding. Delays stink. So does Sideshow. So let's do something to brighten your day. While you wait, here's your promotional code for 15% off.
Funny Fabs. I never get a delayed email from Jazz Inc. Always on time.
That's a lie.
Let's
That
go.
is a lie.
Let's go.
That is a lie. 100%.
I'm kidding.
Happy birthday, Rudy. Yes. Happy birthday.
Rudy!
Yeah, Rudy's birthday today.
Where the fuck is he? Celebrating his birthday?
Literally. I said, hey, what are you doing tonight? He goes, I said, are you going to join tonight or is tonight? I said something funny. And then he laughed and said, they're actually taking me to dinner tonight for my birthday. And I said, when the hell's your birthday? He goes, today, actually. So I was like, oh, peasant. So he's
the peasant party planner. Got a hold of him.
With Thule and Rudy, you always hear me yelling out their names. It's because back in the days when I was a sergeant in narcotics, my two tech guy was Thule and Rudy. Those are the guys that give us all the little buzzy things, for the undercovers. And we used to call them when we had problems with the tech. Thule, Rudy! We'll be stuck behind a van for hours, and they'll come to the scene to work on the tech. And it always was a Thule and Rudy, and they were the two team guys be in the equipment cages.
Well, you don't even have to scream Rudy. You just gotta say peasant. We got Caleb in the house. Welcome, my friend. Here, welcome. Fat fingers today, guys. Hit that like button. There's 27 of you guys in here, please, and thank you guys for being here as well. Fab is amazing. He literally finds any reason to collect. It's almost a superpower. Collectors collect, my friend. If we're in a collecting community, why are we not collecting? That makes no sense.
Well, hey, to what you were just saying too. What was that?
Jazz Inc. We collect. He said it. We're collectors. We collect.
Yeah, we're collectors. Hey,
all right, guys, go ahead.
The other thing you were saying too, though, you know what I did, like with the Mark III, you may be kind of like in one zone for a little while, and you're collecting heavy in one area, or you have a lot of money out, so you tend to like pull back on looking at everything, and sometimes something gets by you. Like right now, even if I were kind of interested in this thing, I might be like, well, I don't have the funds for it right now. My money's tied up in other things.
There's other better stuff coming.
And with Deadpool and those releases right about now, your mind's on other things. And then what happens is this guy comes out, it goes about another year and a half, and then you start seeing it in other people's collections when they're showing their stuff on the wall, and you're like, why didn't I ever pick that up? You know what I mean? And then you go back and look for it. That happens a lot to me, at least.
The Alchemist says, as Fab said, collectors must collect. Thus, Fab will begin his journey of being an intercompany. I will never.
Yes.
Okay? Let me tell you something.
Let
me tell you guys something. By the way, my Joker did a face plant a few days ago.
Really?
Nobody touched it. It was completely destroyed everywhere. And that this time it felt by itself, but it's already, it is what it. But again, nothing happened to it. It's perfectly fine, but it ended up on the ground. The hand,
Magna base?
the off the base, yeah. I put it on top of the detail, so it flew like 5 feet. And so, but the magnetic hand fell off, the head fell off, the neck fell off, everything came off. Like the thing was all over the place. Let me tell you something. The broken leg that had broken originally, perfectly fine. I think the thing with Inner is they get stronger as they fall. So I think this one developed antibodies because that thing is a rock. Let's see. Caleb says, I am technically technically as a collector, he has third-party third jersey. Jays. Unbelievable. All right, so real quickly, since this doesn't seem to be a popular figure, William, 1 to 10 rated.
8.
Nefty?
8.
Okay.
It's as good as any trooper if you're into that sort of thing. So if people like it, it's got to be probably an 8 because you can't give it a 9. There's no head sculpt.
I can tell you this though, even though they're very blah, right? There's something very sexy about these figures as well. And I'm going to tell you this look right here, right? This skirt look makes them look like obviously they're not your standard anything, right? And this specific red tone of it makes them look, again, that's why I have to get 3. They are in hand. They are these very, very good looking, fancy style of trooper of whatever you want to call it. But exactly what Jay said, they look, at least specifically in pictures, here in all these pictures, it looks very, very garbage. It looks like they literally just printed them out, put some black paint on it, and said, "Here you go, next." So,
yeah, like the design is great. It just somehow looks cheap. It looks like it's going to feel cheap in your hands just looking at it.
100%. And another thing that I noticed, and a lot of people did as well during the show when they appeared, there was 2 that looked exactly the same, and then the main one had a different look. At least I noticed it, right? A different look to the helmet. It looked like it was a little bit shorter, right? Sticking up a little bit higher than the other 2. The other 2 looked at least they were coming down a little bit lower. So here, obviously, they're not going to focus on that minor detail. So they're giving you one figure, right? With obviously the most important part of it, which was the weapons. Each one came out with a different weapon. And that's how, right, they force you to get 3 if you're a hardcore collector in that sense.
Are these guys even lore, William?
What do you mean lore?
Are these pulled from a book or something I don't know about, or are these just Disney's made up, like they got to come up with 17 new stormtroopers to send us 17 different figures? You know what I mean?
To my understanding, and I'm sure Harold will come at me if I get it wrong or whatever, but they were made specifically for The Last Jedi just to have the First Order's version of the Royal Guards, because the First Order had everything different, everything, new.
See, some of that bothers me too, because it's like it's not just that it looks cheap, but there's no connection to this thing in Star Wars. I have no connection to it. It just seems like something else. It's like they just have to keep reinvent. Like it's like the band's on tour and they got to change their costume to the new tour's costume, and then next year they're gonna have another costume and another one and another one. And it's like at some point there's like 4 troopers that I can think of that I think are really great, and the rest of them are all just. But yeah, I have more than that in my collection, so I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite too.
But let's not talk about Taylor Swift's concert. We have Harold right now saying to William.
Wrong.
We also got Barry in the house.
Barry got
Welcome, my friend.
Yeah, Harold's sending me like memes and stuff now, saying that you told him to send them to me.
William, believe what you will, okay? Believe what you will. If you think that's coming from me, then believe it, okay? Then believe it. That's all you can do, is either not believe it or believe it. So, do you believe it? Good. You don't believe, huh?
No, that was the most indirect indirect answer of always. Hey, are you doing this? If you want me to, yes. If not, no.
It's totally non-committal.
Oh my god. Hey, Mike Cologne smells good, Fab. The Thor. I did say hello to you. Stop it. I'm not falling for that again. Making me feel bad. Pass on the Praetorian. Actually, pass on the last Mando show. Well, you did. He did. Rob decided to, after the Acolyte. For those who don't know, he was before the Acolyte a very, very hardcore Star Wars collector. Okay, and watching the Acolyte. I don't know what it was about the Acolyte that made him say, you know what, I'm done with everything else. I'm sticking strictly to OT Star Wars. That's it. And so he started getting rid of a lot of his stuff too. Again, that is, to me, that is tough to do. I wouldn't be able to just be like, all right, you know what, let me just completely get out of this line. I could never.
Even the OT stuff?
I'm telling you, man. He's sticking with the OT. He's getting rid of.
Oh, good. I was gonna say, don't go that crazy. I'm with you, Rob. That show's horrible.
He got. I don't know what bothered him about the Acolyte, but after the Acolyte, he decided to do that.
It's
so
horrible.
Rob, let us know why you what was it about the Acolyte that made you like change your collecting style? Because again, for a show to make somebody completely change your collecting ways, that means that show did something to the person. You know what I mean? Whether it was good or bad, it did something. What'd you say?
I'm willing to bet it's like a number of shows in a row and a number of things in a row, and this is the final one where he's like, enough's enough.
So you think Andor, Book of Boba Fett, you think all that?
Andor's getting a season 2. Andor's good.
Well,
I think Book of Boba Fett, the Ahsoka, this.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, it's really been kind of blasé, really.
Nuh-uh.
Well,
you think that?
It's America.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my god, this guy. All right, guys. So since the Praetorians were not a big hit, okay, we have this beauty that William and I spoke on a little bit, but let's get into it with you guys. So here we have obviously Mantis from the Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like it's that Christmas special that they had on Disney Plus. Obviously, this is where this outfit specifically is from. Let's go with you, William. And again, we talked about this already. So real quickly, how do you feel about the figure? Are you getting the figure? I know, like I said, I gave you my. William has been the only person ever to make me, obviously not by force because he would lose, but to make me give him one of my personal figures. And it's a figure that I don't have two of, right? It was my single one. I was very proud of that figure because it was my Mantis figure, my Super Duck Mantis figure that I made myself. So he said, hey, do you have a Mantis? I said, no, but I'll give you mine. Again, just being thankful for everything William has done for me. Okay. So now with the backstory, are you getting rid of, the gift that I gave you from my heart and replacing it with the Hot Toys one? Or are you going to keep it and hold on to a friendship with the figure?
Okay, first of all, I'm definitely getting rid of it. Fun fact, it showed up without a head.
Oh, so yes, guys. So listen to this. I'm gonna explain why. So
he didn't give this to me for free. I purchased it.
No. Correct. So he bought it. He bought it for how much was it? How much was it? Like $100, if that, or maybe 120, 100, whatever it was. Which I paid. I spent over $200 on it. But let's not get into that. Let's not get into specifics.
Well, is this why you actually kept the gun? Because of the head?
So listen to this. So I sent him. So obviously he paid for it, whatever. So I decided to ship it to him in a brown envelope, right? One of those like with the sticker on top. So my stupid ass, instead of wrapping it in tape like you're supposed to, I just sealed it as is, removed that double-sided tape piece, and I closed it, and that was it. When he got it, he's like, "Hey, where's the head?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Did you keep the head?" I said, "Why the hell would I keep the head? I gave you the figure." So I'm thinking he's joking around. I'm like, "Are you joking?" Because why would I send him a figure with no head? So I'm like, "Are you joking around?" Because why would that happen? Like, it was sealed. And then he was like, "No, look," and he showed me the package. He got it sealed, and I said, "What the hell's going on?" So, guys, a lesson: don't ever send anything in a brown envelope if it's not taped all around. Because let me tell you something, whoever it was, they opened it, or it opened itself, it fell out, and then they closed it back up. I don't know, but it was insane. So go ahead.
So yeah, I had to buy a whole second one because nobody would sell me just the head.
See what happens when you do favors? This is why I don't do favors for people, because it backfired. And then now I'm out the figure and I'm out of friendship. Go ahead.
So since our last conversation about Mantis, I did actually order it.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah, it's on its way from Toys for Kidults.
No wonder every time I always go check and it's always gone, and I always go, I wonder who ordered that. Now they're and now we're out of stock, and it's always you. It seems like.
Yeah. It was waitlisted on Sideshow, and I didn't order from them. And the Toys for Kidults one was like $315 or something, which that's about Sideshow prices after tax and shipping.
Michael, welcome.
What's up?
How much did you pay, William?
What?
How much did you say you paid?
It was $315.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's how much it's gonna come out.
That's about Sideshow
tax and
shipping. So
yeah, and I know that because I was looking to get her from there like sooner than waiting for Sideshow. That's the only reason why I know that. Michael, welcome. So we're talking about Mantis. So I'm going to go to you. How do you feel about the figure? Apparently, I don't know if you heard, but they updated the figure. They updated the head sculpt to make it look better, more realistic, and I think it looks great. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it looks good. I was planning on getting her.
Oh, you are getting her.
Better than the one we had, the stand-in that we had. I had that, and then I sold it.
Which one?
The other Mantis. There was the only other Mantis out there.
There were two. There was Super Duck Kit, and then there was one third party
Bullet Head
that was horrible.
Yeah,
Bullet Head. Yes. So you have Bullet Head.
Yeah, Bullet Head was, I think, it was a Fison body.
And then you say you're getting this or no?
Yeah, I'll pick this up.
I'm just noticing, guys, right here, maybe see the blue streaks of hair? I didn't notice that until right now. So that's kind of cool. Very, very, faint, but it's still there. That's why I hadn't noticed it before. What would you rate this, Mike? 1 to 10?
This is good. I'd probably give it a 9.
Right? It's beautiful. I didn't notice that, that they had updated the figure of the head sculpt until William said it. And I couldn't find any side-by-side of the before and afters. So I didn't bother, getting one because I couldn't. But Nefty, how do you like the figure? Did you get the figure? Are you ordering the figure? And give us a rating.
Yeah, I love the figure. I'm ordering it. I've ordered it. I'm looking forward to this figure, especially now with this newer update. I like it. I give it a 9. And add it to the collection to complete the, I guess, the Guardian of the Galaxy collection or / Endgame collection that I have. So
nice.
Looking forward to this.
And you're only getting one, right? You're not getting like
just one. But I'll have fun during Christmas to switch her out.
I was gonna say, which way are you gonna display it?
I'm gonna display it the normal way, but when Christmas comes, her and Deadpool is gonna be amazing.
Oh, nice. Michael, how would you display her? Regular or Christmas?
Stop. It's just such a stupid question.
Yo, Fabs, I'm gonna break out because I gotta drive a bunch of.
All right, go ahead. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. See you later.
Also, I'm gonna jump in with Jazz Inc. now on his.
I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. Anything for that peasant discount.
Come on, man.
Anything for that peasant discount. I understand.
Hey, listen. Take care of Donald, man. Take care of Donald.
I know.
Bro.
I know. Unreal.
Almost a civil war, man.
So I'm telling you, I
Nah.
told you heard it here first.
If they would have succeeded, and he would have been DOA, oh man, this nation
It would be wild right now.
civil
Wild.
war. That's what I say.
Wild.
It's successful. All right, guys, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, Nefty. I'll talk to you later.
Later, brother.
So Jay, your turn. Are you getting this? Did you pre-order 1 to 10? And what? And another question for you specifically: what would you change, if anything?
Well, I don't have any Guardians, so I'm not going to add this and start with this. But I love the figure. I love that green. I'm a sucker for that green. She's awesome. The actress is cool. The character's cool. I love the antenna. I just think she's a great figure. But I have nothing to. She doesn't work for me right now. Maybe in the future when there's a 2.0, I'll grab that. But I am not a fan of long plastic hair anymore. The rooting game now across the board, the artisan's going to come together, even if they don't nail it on the first figure. This is the evolution of the game. Everything is going to rooted. It's just going to be commonplace in the future because the prices are already up there anyway, so they can afford to do it now. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that ever stopped them from doing it in the past, I think. So that's the only thing I would change. And the hair looks great. The fact that you showed that little blue streak, I would have never saw that. Like I just noticed
it right now. I was like, wait a minute.
But I'd much would have preferred if it's a styled, rooted version of her. Yeah, that would put it over the top. You know what I mean?
Now, one thing we spoke on before was, and I think Mike was part of the conversation as well, was that rolling eyes at the moment should be standard with every figure. It doesn't look like this figure came with rolling eyes. Okay, and obviously this was one of the figures that was announced during the time where most of the figures were being made with rolling eyes. So how do you feel about the figure not being made with rolling eyes, even though a bunch of them had been lately? And
do we know that for a fact? Did you read
I remember Mike was specifically Mike was saying that every figure at this point should at least come with rolling eyes. Should be.
I agree with that.
Right,
because
so
now third parties are doing it. Damn Toys is doing it for those Monster Hunter figures.
Right.
I just noticed that last night because I was looking at the one I ordered, and I'm thinking about getting the second one. And I was like, "Oh crap, this thing has rolling eyes."
Do you have Gamora?
Huh?
Jay? Do you have Gamora?
No, I have none of the Guardians.
Okay, so okay, that's why you're saying this would look good with rooted hair.
Well, proper rooted hair, because I do have figures with that doll hair, like
Mora's
you're talking.
So Mike's talking about the doll hair. It's not.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that doll hair that Gamora came with. Wouldn't be the wool hair that they would root her with.
It is the same shit. It's the same shit. It's not different. It's not better. It's not an evolution here with wool.
Mike,
guys, if you haven't joined Hot Toys 1/6 Evolution on Facebook, go ahead.
One is plastic, one is nylon, and one is wool with hair product in it. It is different.
Stop. Okay, I have an $800 custom hand weaved stupid head sculpt. It looks like crap.
The Wonder Woman?
The Supergirl.
Yeah, that's not. I'm telling you,
it doesn't last. Like it doesn't regular hair. Like it just doesn't stay. No way. Sculpted hair.
All I know,
you'd never get this look. Like you would never get this perfect flat, curled up look like she's got. You would never get that with rooted hair. Never.
I think that's where it's headed. They're getting so good with it. That Gandalf, even being an in-art figure, there's so much product in that hair. It ain't going nowhere, dude.
Right. Same with
in 10 years. That
Gandalf is gonna look like cocaine Wookiee in freaking 5 years, guaranteed.
How? I'm not gonna wash it. What is the product just gonna fall out of the hair?
It's just gonna frizz with the natural humidity and It's just going to get
I
wonky.
have to
Right,
lean
right.
on your wisdom because you've been in the game longer and you would know, but
It's going to dry
I
out.
don't see how.
Wait,
But all right,
wait, Mike. Question for you. So you're saying that that's going to happen to that figure because of what happened with our
there's just-
Gamora?
rooted hair is not. It's not going to look. You'll never achieve like this perfect look that you get with sculpted hair.
I don't know.
Well,
I
no.
think we're at that point. I really do.
It's correct. So I personally believe that there are going to be some hairstyles that will be easier to root than others. This one here, you need like a professional hairstylist, barber, hairdresser to cut the hair this style to not only shape it, but these are layers of hair that you guys don't understand. This is a layer, this is a layer, this is a layer, this is a layer. So a hairstylist has to do this on rooted hair. How much time do you think these people have to sit there doing this to dolls? And not only that, but remember, if it's artisan, it's going to be a limited number. So is it possible? Absolutely. Just like the Wonder Woman was, right? That WB 100 celebration Wonder Woman that came rooted. So however many pieces they made of that, somebody had to sit there and root them. So it's possible. But if you look at that hairstyle and you look at this hairstyle, two completely different hairstyles, and this one is way more difficult to pull off on a rooting than the Wonder Woman. So I understand what Mike is saying, that, you'll never be able to beat rooting depending. That's where I don't agree 100%. Yes, I agree, but depending on the hairstyle, you can pull it off with the wool. Because, again, depending on who's making this hair, I don't know who the hell's making it, but they have to be good enough to style this wool.
I've seen customizers do it, but like you said, if it's a time-consuming process, that might be an issue because that's money. Here's another thing, too. Oh, shit. It just went out of my head. About getting this figure. Oh, Guardians 3. I don't remember. Did she have the same outfit on in Guardians 3? Because they had the team suits.
Yeah, she was always the same, I believe. And if she changed in Guardians, that's the only time she was different.
So, because I'm wondering, the only way I see, because right now they just made this figure. So what are they going to do? Try to give us another version of her. So maybe they would give us an artisan version. But then again, is she popular enough that the sales would dictate her getting that? Or do they make it a timed exclusive so they only have to make a couple? Like, do you think we'll get an artisan version of her?
See,
where are they drawing the line? Where are they picking from? Like,
here's the thing. I can tell you this. Just by pattern, like I tend to always figure out things only due to pattern. If you notice, the only artisan Marvel figure right now is Scarlet Witch, right? So it's Wanda from Endgame. Okay, so that is the very first figure that's being rooted by Marvel, Marvel line. Now,
in conjunction with the fact that they released two of her at the same time, though, right? So they're already working with her molds, sculpts, all that stuff, right?
Well, so the one that just came out is a completely newly done head sculpt. It's a completely newly done rooting, and it's a completely newly done sculpting of hair, right? So that's what we get, the two SKUs, the regular one, and then, the artisan, right? So for Mantis is not that popular of a character. I can guarantee you this figure will sell out fairly quickly because there's not that many made. And it's going to be a figure that people are going to be looking for a long time, guaranteed. Again, it's a Marvel, so that's where it gets tricky. But I can tell you that they did not make tons of this figure whatsoever. And if that's the case, then that means that there are going to be people who are still going to want a Mantis because they couldn't get one. They're not going to want to overpay. And maybe Hot Toys says, you know what? Let's throw in an artisan. Again, when it comes to her popularity, I don't think she's that popular to warrant an artisan figure, period. But when Hot Toys wants to make money, they'll add something different, something that will make you want to buy her. And then what are you going to do? Not buy her? And then the fact that any given artisan is a limited number, that alone, you put a Mantis on the queue, 1,000 pieces, 1,500, whatever you want to make, and she's gone. So can they? Absolutely. doesn't make sense to make her like that? I don't think so, because she's not that popular, even though she's been in how many movies with them? She's not a figure that she is a figure like what's his name? Oh my god. The Asian guy. Oh man. Wong. So Wong has been in how many movies already?
A lot of them.
Most of them.
Yeah.
And he nobody's thought about it. And people, we want Wong. If he's been in that many movies, being a big role in every movie, just like her, because Mantis is a side character, but she's very involved in everything that goes on.
Yeah, she's a team.
Right? Exactly.
Team player,
So it's not the same popularity, but to a certain extent, you could say they're kind of close. So if they made one, why wouldn't they make the second one? You know what I mean? That's how I see it. But again, can they do whatever? Can they not make anything? Absolutely.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna try to get everything they can out of this. So I'm trying to picture, like, how could they sell us a second one? They could if they made it artisan, but is the demand there to make it profitable?
That's
so it's kind of like,
well, the demand will come from them limiting.
That's what I said. Yes. If they do that BS thing that they're doing, that works.
That's the hype right there. That's all they need to do, is to create hype. They'll show you a picture of Mantis with rooted hair, limited 1,500, limited 2,000. Tell me who's not going to be sitting in that queue.
Yeah.
So that's all they need to do. But my thing is, number one, they would have done it already. They would have teased it with, just like they did Scarlet Witch, right? The 2 SKUs. Either you order this one or you order that one.
Yeah,
another reason why I don't think that's the case. Number one, the type of figure that this is, they didn't even bother giving you the rolling eyes. So that tells me they didn't want to bother too much with this figure. When they put the time into a figure, then they know that they got a good figure in their hands. When they put the rolling eyes, when they put, things that they don't do for every figure. That to me says, all right, they expect this figure to be a good seller. When they do basic figures like these, where it's like just a figure, a very basic head sculpt, no rolling eyes, I always take this as, all right, I feel like they needed to do this figure for whatever reason. They got it over with. It's done. That's it. They don't need to look back on it. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm taking this. For them to make, again, if the figure was so popular and people wanted her so bad, why wouldn't they take that little bit extra step? If we're fixing the face, the head sculpt already, why not just add the rolling eyes to it and make it that much better of a figure? They didn't want to bother for whatever reason. So to me, they don't see this figure as.
Well, yeah, because if they figure there's a price range that they can sell this at where the market dies off if they go too high, they have to figure within that budget, what can we give them? Can we give them the candy cane and the shirt and the other blah, 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 blah? Correct. Or do we give them rolling eyes? And then it's like, well, is she popular enough to sell just as a figure with rolling eyes? Probably not. So we got to tart her up with some stuff. Let's give her the candy cane. We'll put the expenditures there instead of on the rolling eyes. So I don't know if it's necessary. So with that, it comes down to money. I don't know if it's necessarily about like why they wouldn't put the step for their foot forward for that. I think it's because they figured it's not going to sell enough to warrant that.
Well, so you literally just said about money, right? So my point with that comment is, if we're talking about money, obviously they have to put in more money into the figure to make it rolling eyes,
or not give you any accessories.
Well, so my thing is,
but then who's going to buy it?
Well, exactly. So my thing is this. My thing is either the money was going to go towards the rolling eyes, which again, why would it? You know what I mean? Them giving us all these accessories is more costly to me, right, than them putting eyes in a head sculpt. I think it would be easier for them to do the rolling eyes than to have to go make molds on candy canes, go make molds on whatever, go knit a sweater, so that to me, and again, it could be completely the opposite. It could be so much easier for them to do all these things, you know what I mean? But I'm like, somebody's got to sit there, make a shirt, right? Make a sweater. Somebody's got to sit there, make a mold for this cane. Somebody's got to make all these things, right? The necklace, the headband. So to me, that takes more work to make, right? These are molds that they have to make. So that to me takes more work making these molds than to literally just make her eyes hollow and add the rolling eye. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it.
But that's my point, is that's why they're giving you all this other crap, because nobody will buy just her figure, and the rolling eyes isn't going to be a selling point. The selling point is all the stuff she comes with and the figure. So they had to sacrifice something to stay in budget. So they sacrificed the eyes for that.
But do you but even saying that, do you really believe that they went and said, "Hey, we're going to give this figure all this Christmas stuff, and people are going to love this Christmas stuff," when we know 99% of people will not display her with this Christmas stuff? So,
well,
I understand that they had to add things to the figure to give it value. I get it. But to add that stuff that clearly I can guarantee you 99% of people aren't going to use, do you think
it could be both too? Because again, usually the answer is somewhere in the middle. We do know, just by looking and seeing what comes out, that there is an A team, a B team, and a C team. Like, they don't give Iron Man to the C team. You know what I mean? They give the ancillary characters. So that could be another reason you don't get it. Like you said, it's not just budgetary, but it's also this character isn't, that's why did they redo the head sculpt?
Right. Well, that's another thing I was mentioning. So why bother doing the head sculpt, fixing the head sculpt, whatever they did, and not giving it rolling eyes? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't they just do that? And we just talked about it. It's money. But it's like, if you're already there, just make the eyes, rolling, and there
Why would you give this thing rolling eyes?
Just
They're
to make it a better figure.
They're
Well,
black.
no, I'm not saying I need it. That's what I'm saying. To give
I'm saying
it more
her
value.
eyes are all black. What are you
Oh, yeah.
rolling eyes?
Well, no. I mean, she's got the whites. I don't know if you guys could
She
see,
doesn't got shit.
but there's
Like
white
giant
here.
black balls.
Right, but you still want to give her.
I didn't realize that.
No, but she's got whites in her eyes. You see right there.
Well, so what are you gonna crack it and get a slight pigment change?
So that would give her the look of she's turning one.
You ain't gonna get looking nothing. Stop.
Well, my point is to give.
He
her
is making a
value,
good point, Bob.
to make her more valuable. It's period. You know what I mean? Not every figure needs rolling eyes.
You
know what I mean?
Guys are
you got all black
arguing over rolling eyes on a figure that's got black dots on her goddamn head.
We got Cassandra. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Welcome. Let's see who else. Let me catch up with you guys real quickly before we continue. You guys could talk within yourselves.
That's hilarious.
Thule Mantis sucks. Joe says rooted pube. It would be nice. This guy, unbelievable. Tell it like it is. How are you, Cassandra? Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Where's Brad?
Gina says, yeah, Brad, he's not around. I got some Spiker Joker.
Yeah.
What's
that Spiker is, that's like cement for your hair. That Spiker.
Oh, Spiker. I know exactly. That yellow or blue bottle.
Yep. It's blue. Yep.
Oh, it's a blue, but yeah, I know exactly what it is because I used to use that. That was the Pauly D hair gel.
Probably. He's got everything in his hair.
Yeah.
You said this is Toys Wonderland has this?
Well, I don't know. Probably.
As what?
Mantis.
Probably. Well, it's not Toys Wonder. It's Toys Apollo.
I mean, sorry. What's Toys buying? What is it?
Toys Apollo.
Toys Apollo. They change. No. I'm sorry. I'm talking about your
Toys for Kiddles.
The guy that you're in bed with.
Toys for Kiddles. Yeah, she's still available there right now.
And how much is she on Toy for Kiddles?
$3 and change, like exactly what you would be after tax and shipping from Sideshow.
That says something right there about how well she's selling, because he usually bumps his prices up if it's a hot figure, right?
Right. And that's my point. That's what I'm saying. I don't think this is going to be, I think it's going to sell out because they didn't make many. But this is going to be a figure that everybody's going to buy.
I'm going to my usual sites. I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous that I'm not seeing her.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where you're checking, but I got a feeling that there's something going on with this figure.
If she's on your Toys for Kiddles.
No, she's there, but he's been selling. Look, She-Hulk sold out. She-Hulk sold out last week. He still hasn't gotten one. What was the other one that sold out? There's another one on there that sold out. She-Hulk and I I think it was her. It was Mantis.
Can
them two.
Can you go to Toys for Kidults and like artificially check his inventory?
No.
So you can't put in 15 figures and see if it'll fill a stock of 15.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. I don't know if that's, how accurate.
I wonder if that would tell, if you know what I mean, if how many.
Well,
I
could tell you this. He doesn't get many because the moment a figure is out, right? He usually puts up two pieces every time. They'll sell out, and then he has to wait whether it's 1 to 2 days to replenish his stock. What's happening with She-Hulk? It's been a week, nothing. Mantis, it's only a couple days, I think, but I think she's in stock. I forget. Let me check real quick because there's a figure that he didn't get in stock yet that's been sold out for days. Yeah, it was She-Hulk and who was it?
Daredevil.
No, it was She-Hulk and. No, it was She-Hulk then. It was only She-Hulk because the other one's still available. So Mantis is $365, right?
365?
$365. You have Praetorian for $320. You have the Mark 6 2.0 for $800. And then you got the regular SKU for $480 with no gantry. Imagine that. So what does that mean? That in Hong Kong, the 6 and gantry are going for a lot of money. That's why he puts them up for $800 US. Not because he just wants to raise the price for no reason. It's because he's a retailer, and that's what they're apparently going for over there. So that's crazy.
Hold on.
So,
I'm gonna do something really stupid right now. So you're telling me Mantis 365.
Yeah.
365. And can you go and put in 10 and see if it'll let you order 10?
Well, try it over there on your computer. Just Toys for Kiddos, and then put in a figure that you want, and then see how many will fit in your in your car, and then because I've never done that. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? So, but I can tell you, it's not many.
Toys for Kid ULTS. Toys for Kidults.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Letter or number 4.
Bob says, think they still make her with the blue. That has to be a huge possibility. They have to reuse his head sculpt. This is the very first time they've made this figure. So I will most likely say yes. It's a no-brainer for them to make her. Again, all they would have to do is reuse her head sculpt, and that's it. Right?
But this is what I was saying about this figure. Now think about how much more appealing this thing gets, because now she helps complete the blue suit team. The only one would be missing was Drax, right?
Right.
So people want her for that. They get to reuse the body, so they double their money on her. They can reuse the sculpt, and they can make her artisan if they want to, and make it limited. And it becomes so much more desirable now.
All right. So I got news. This is probably going to cause some craziness right now. They got 2.
Told you.
So I put in 54. It says limited quantity, 2.
Yeah, so I told you that he gets 2 pieces every time, and then he'll replenish according to how much they, how quickly they sell. But it's literally
it lets you actually put as many as you want, but then when you go to checkout, it'll limit your quantity, and it limits it only down to 2.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Because like I said, I don't know. I've never done that, but I can tell you that every time something, like for example, I'll buy something, right? I'll buy a figure, and then right after I'll buy it, it'll be sold out. So I'm like, that means that there was only 2 up for sale, and that's the only reason why I thought 2, because of that. That's it. What?
And then the next day it's back up again, and then within hours it's sold out again.
Correct.
So you can literally see him go to the store, buy another one, put it up, and it's gone.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's how I can tell. Number one, at first I knew it was slow numbers, and then I said it's got to be 2. There's no more than that, and he never even told me that.
So there's 2, and then what our other Time Walker, right? That's another guy that I like. I don't think he's got any.
Hotman's Nightmare says we need a Drax and Kevin Bacon 2-pack.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what makes this different than She-Hulk? Like, She-Hulk doesn't complete a line. Mantis completes a line.
Well, correct, because she's been in so many movies. But She-Hulk, I think what makes She-Hulk is she's a special character. She's a different looking character. Her body has never been used before. Her body is a brand new thing, right? So that's what's appealing about that figure to me, right? Obviously, some people don't care for her. Some people, aren't getting her. To me, I'm like, this is a new style of figure. Remember when the Hulk came out? There was literally no other figure in the market that looked like that Hulk. So Hot Toys had never used bodies like that. Same thing with Drax. When Drax came out, oh my God, look at that figure. So special figures like that, when it comes to body, when it comes to something, brand new that they're using the first time, that's what I always get those, right? They're always appealing to me because it's something different. So yes, that She-Hulk doesn't complete anything because this is from a show, but Mantis has been in so much stuff that you could literally put her anywhere and she'll go with anything,
Right.
We got Axel in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Let's see who else. Brad is relaxing like a peasant. Unreal. Brad, get up, you bum. Tula says, if you as a grown man have to walk into a hair salon with a 6-scale figure to ask for hair tips.
Funny story. There was an in-art stream back in the day when they were only doing statues where they took one to Vegas and they had to find a hairstylist like late at night because when they took it out of the box, it looked like ass. And they were driving all over Vegas and they finally found a hairdresser that was willing to, take their money at like midnight to fix this statue's hair.
Can you imagine? And what kind of hair are these statues using? Real hair?
I don't know.
That's the thing, because I would think that, if you, for example, wanted to curl a statue's hair and use a hot iron, and if it's not real hair or something that's going to withstand that heat, it's going to melt right off.
Yep.
So that's what I'm asking. That's scary. I would never do that. He's on the phone with a buddy of his. Unbelievable. No respect. Tell him I said he has no respect. Fabs, why would I ever buy more than one? You ain't this guy. Unbelievable. Liam in the house. My God, this guy hasn't been around in forever.
He has returned.
Yeah, I'm noticing. He has been MIA forever. They should have done Drax like the John Matrix body. Yeah. Well, not painted. I think the way they did the original Drax was great. This looks like Bugman. Wishmaster DLX. Welcome, my friend. 266 show. Yes, guys, hit that like button. There's 20 of you guys in here. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Wishmaster, for saying that. What Thule said. Thank you. You remind me. Do you guys remember the name Bugman?
Yeah.
He's a streamer that's always on people's. That picture that he's got on there reminds me of Bugman. That's why I was like, oh, this reminds me of Bugman. Bugman used to come here. That guy disappeared. He ran for the hills. He's like, this peasant channel is not for me. He worked today, then went out to a local street art fair. Oh, nice. Look at him living his life. So, Michael, what'd you find out? Time Walker has what?
Does that? I'm busy. Come back to me.
You guys are making me want to buy this stupid thing.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I think. Who's the? That Spider-Man you've been putting up with Toby's head on it with the light blue.
Yes.
The light blue uniform. What's that one called?
New red and blue suit.
That's the new red and blue. That's not the. What did I just have? That's not the 2018. No.
Not at all. We're in 2024.
What is it? That's not the Mark IV suit.
Not at all. That's VGM. Mark IV is VGM. That's not from the movie.
Did you compare those two together? Are they close as far as what they look like?
Not at all. The Mark IV has a light up function with a black light. It has nothing to do with the suits are very similar, but like material, but it's not anywhere near, close at all.
It's shiny like the pants, but it's the red is shiny.
I have a spare Mark IV if you need, Michael.
What's that?
I have a spare Mark IV if you need.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
The Spider-Man?
Huh?
The Spider-Man?
Yeah, the one with the glow in the dark with that purple lighting thing. Yeah.
No, I don't want that. I want that that new one is the one I was like. I like how that new one looks.
Well, the new one, the red and blue suit is the new head sculpt, the new Tom Holland head sculpt. It looks beautiful. That's the one that you may be talking about. William, you left so long ago. I don't even know if I asked you, but rate
yes,
this.
yes.
Did you rate this already?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay. Liam says, I'm hoping Hot Toys will do a figure for the upcoming Jack Kessie Hellboy. Oh, they're probably, because they already did both, so I have a feeling they will. If they did both already, why not? Why not a third? All right, guys. Next topic. Next drama to go over. Okay, and we have to talk about this because this is very exciting. This is very, very exciting. And I want to see what Michael has to say about this. Michael. So I don't know if you went for the Wolverine in the queue for the 1,500 pieces on Sideshow. Did you try going for this or no?
No.
So you're not really focusing on Hono at all. You don't care for Hono at all, right?
I ain't no Hono.
I know. So what are your thoughts on the figure overall? Even though you don't care for it.
Yeah, I'm not into it. It's a little too cartoony. Those claws are too long. That mask, the head thing with fans are too long, too
These
cartoony, too exaggerated.
These things here?
Yep.
That's really bothering you from the figure, yeah?
Yeah, I don't. It makes it look comic-y and cartoony, but that's not my appeal to these Hot Toy figures. So
now the fact that it's 1,500 pieces worldwide, that didn't give you like FOMO, like, oh my god, I need it.
Funny thing is, I was considering buying that art behind him. That's J. Scott Campbell, and I looked into getting that.
Well, would you have gotten the figure if you'd gotten that?
Yes.
See? Peasant. We have William. Oh, wait, we talked about this. Jay. So tell us your story in the queue. What happened?
In and out, no problem.
Oh, you
I never have a problem like everybody else does. I don't know why. I missed one figure and I didn't even want it. I think I was trying to get it for somebody else.
Not me.
But all I do is get on my phone. I got on my phone like 10 minutes early. I don't like the randomizing thing because it's like, if I'm there 10 minutes early, somebody that comes in 30 seconds after it starts shouldn't get number 4 and I get number 3,000. That's how is that fair to anybody? You know what I mean? I think they should go to like a timed release, like 24 hours, 12 hours, 4 hours, whatever they want to do. And just call it quits at that, so we don't have to play these games with this queue. It sucks for most people. Let's be honest. I always get what I want out of it, so I can't complain. But most people are not me. Oh, okay, I see a lot of people got screwed on this thing, and I feel bad for them.
So let's get into this then. So that's a great example of defending, the queue. Now, how do you feel about the fact that this was not queued and it was sitting for an entire day until the following day? Exactly. So let's pretend that you are Sideshow, okay? And now you live through this 2 days apart, right? So
I am late for everything.
Well, Tuesday, there was no queue for this thing that was sitting for an entire day. And then for the queue, right, obviously sold out immediately and people are having issues and people are complaining again, as always. So you as Sideshow, how would you take both situations? Again, you're the seller, you're not the customer.
Well, how would I take what? What do you mean? How would I read that data?
Correct.
I would say that they're on their 567th Iron Man, and people got to make choices. Money's tight these days. That Wolverine is a one of a kind right now, as it stands. Well, it's not, but it is. You know what I'm saying? I think it's as simple as that.
What do you think of the raffle idea?
What raffle idea?
Axel saying they should just do a raffle instead of the queue.
I don't like anything where it's not first come, first serve, because if you're, I mean, what would be the counter argument? Okay, so if people that have to work and don't have an opportunity to get it, they're going to miss out either way, right? So that's not a thing we can bring into the argument. I don't like the idea. It should be first come, first serve, like concert tickets, like whatever, anything else. You know what I mean? If you get in line, and then they just have to, we got to do all this crap because they can't get their tech right. If their tech worked properly, it'd be simple. You sign up, you RSVP when you come in, you sign into the thing, and it automatically just slots everybody. If we have AI, you're telling me a computer can't arrange people in a line, in a sequential mathematical line? Come on, what are we talking about? It's stupid.
William, what about you?
Thing's stupid.
What about you? What do you think of a situation? We had the Mark III up for sale. It didn't sell out immediately when it was up. There was no queue. There was no notification that it was up, right? So it was a free for all for everybody, and it was still sitting there the next day. The Wolverine comes in, queue, sold out immediately. If you were Sideshow, how would you take this two situations? Like, how would you adjust? Would you change anything? Would you continue the queue? Would you start doing more just here you go on your own? And the reason why I think they do the queue is to avoid the website from shutting down. What do you think?
Yeah, the whole reason they use the queue is because of Stealth Suit Captain America. Never forget.
Meaning what? Explain for those who don't know about that situation.
Sideshow got 350 stealth suit Captain Americas of the in-game exclusive thingy, and they put out this email saying that if you register for it, you'll be the first they'll be able to get it. And then that was a lie.
That is true. I remember. Yep.
And then it was like everyone was able to just click on the website and it was up, and then it was the website crashing constantly. Right. And it was a very stressful experience for a whole lot of people that were trying to buy this figure, and it didn't work out. And the Iron Man to Wolverine comparison, it's not quite apples to apples. It's more like apples to orange, because it's, Iron Man had double the number, and it's a figure that has been done one way or the other several times now.
Right.
And the Wolverine, yeah, it's the version of the Hono one that most people don't even have it in hand yet. Right. And you saw what happened with that, where it struck up the interest for the Tiger Stripe suit, and now that one's sold out. Because you were trying to order one, and they were like, no, Fabs, specifically you, no Wolverine.
Right. And it kept saying that. It kept saying that it's in somebody's cart. It's in somebody else's cart. And I tried it 3 times. I said, are you kidding me? I said, Are you kidding me right now? And then I kept trying 3 times. I was like, oh, thank God. And just to be sure, I double checked. After I was already checked out and paid, I went back to my account and said, let me make sure this order's in, because, you never know with, completely disappeared sometimes. So I was very happy, but it was very frustrating as well. Nathan, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
And for the Iron Man people, it being the redo of a redo, it doesn't come with a Tony Stark head. It doesn't come with a Tony Stark inside the faceplate.
Yep.
So it's, some people dislike the Tony Stark heads in general, but it's just, you're looking for reasons as to why the limited number of 3,000 sat for, 24 hours.
Right.
The Clone Trooper Gold and Chrome Cody both sat for over a day.
Right.
And those had queues, which, got everybody like, oh, I need to get in line. And then no one was apparently checking out because the queue went away.
Exactly.
But it was nice with Iron Man, just clicking on it and there was no queue. And I was just like, cool.
Right.
Just check out.
And how do you guys feel about this? Nathan says it should be first served by membership or purchases like Sony, Hasbro, Gentle Giant, etc. So I'm going to tell you guys this. No. I personally don't think it's necessary to have to pay Sideshow extra money to get anything from them first. That's number one. Okay. Number two, I understand that having a membership would be a great idea, because I believe that would be a great idea, right? If you had, if you had some type of preferred choice, right, by Sideshow, if this person, pays for a membership, so they come first. So what happens if, what happens is, for example, they come out with a 1,500 limited item figure, right? 1,500 pieces. And there are 5,000 paid memberships on Sideshow. What happens then? What happens?
Same thing that happens to Hasbro.
Well,
People buy them up, and by the time they go on sale to the general public, they're already gone.
Well, so exactly. So why the hell would I be paying a membership to be guaranteed, or at least hope to be guaranteed? Because that's what Nathan's saying, right? You pay a membership to be one of the first to be, taken care of, because you're a member, so you're supposed to be first. But again, there are 1,500 pieces coming to Sideshow and 1,500 only. Sideshow has, again, example, 5,000 memberships, 5,000 people who are paying to be first. What happens to the remaining 3,500? They're asked out, and then what?
Plus, you still got
to. Well, so exactly. So then, why am I paying for this if I'm going to be asked out anyway? So that's where I feel it gets tricky, and that's why I don't think that would work. But the membership idea is a very good idea. Go ahead.
And they still have to group those 5,000 people in a certain way that's fair. So if they're going to do that, why not just do that for the general public? Not to mention, you're losing a ton of leverage by giving a company that type of leeway. It used to be where the store had to, the customer comes first. The idea, my grandparents owned a store, and the fact that like a wholesale club exists, like Costco, or I don't even know if the Costco was one, but places like that, bugged him, because he's like, we used to have to earn the customer's trust. But if you're saying up front, I'm going to give you money in advance for a year, and I'm going to trust you to give me a good product, you're losing leverage as a consumer. So I don't like that idea.
Michael.
Well, I got a little announcement, but I'll talk about Iron Man really quick. I can't believe that people aren't on this Iron Man as much as they should be. Like, this is a hot looking Iron Man. Okay. Yeah. I have sent my Hot Toys to car chroming people and spent hundreds of dollars to custom chrome my freaking figures. So to have this like professionally done like this and have it be perfect is all I can ask for. Like, and look at, a week ago these figures were going for like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
$6,000.
Like what the? This was a no-brainer.
Exactly.
This was grab as many as you can.
Exactly.
This is if you had your wife's account, grab one through her. You should have bought these. And look, was I surprised that it didn't sell out like right away? Yeah, a little bit, right? There's 3,000 of them, right? So I thought it would go not instantly, but it would go in the late afternoon, I thought, and whatever. It didn't go into the late night. And look, because maybe again, what I'm thinking of is when these figures were $350, they would sell by 5 o'clock. They are now $450, so they didn't sell out till midnight.
So you're saying, so what are you saying about, you're saying what? Just get it. People should have gotten them. This should have been sold out immediately is what you're saying.
It did sell out. It sold out.
Not immediately though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure the hesitation was they're $500, and I get it. I would be second guessing it too. I would, if I didn't have the money, if I was making X amount a year, and yeah, I get why it's like, do I really need this? And it's $500, and do I have $500 to kick off? Because it delivers soon. It's not like you have a year to pay for this.
Correct. That's another problem. That's another problem. So I think that's why I mentioned the same thing when this came up, when it was announced, that I feel like what turned people off was the price point. But also I didn't mention that what you just mentioned, but the fact that it's being released so quickly. You could still put it on payment plan. Mine's on payment plan, right? You could do 3 payments or 2 payments, right? I did the 2 just to break it up, so I'm not hit with $500 and then the Mark 6 2.0 and then whatever else is on top of that. So that's the only reason why I'm doing that, so I don't get bombarded with all these fees, all these payments all at once. But the fact that it was, I said it 3 times already. I messaged Jeremy Costa and I said, hey, I heard you're selling one of these. How much do you want for it? He goes, so far I've gotten $6,000. offer. Okay, $6,000. And remember, for those who weren't
First
here,
Coca-Cola. First
I'm gonna-
Coca-Cola.
well, no, here's a slap in the face. Here's a slap in the face. Look at this. This is what we're getting. Light up, gorgeous base.
Right, beautiful
okay?
base, right?
This is what they're getting. Okay, this garbage, plastic, ugly base. Now, remember that.
Sixth grade.
Right, but remember this. These were a raffle, right? So they're not paying. Whoever got this is not paying for this. Okay? This is a giveaway. So they don't need to give you the fancy base. You're still getting this figure for free that with this base that, costs nothing, but this is the special one. This one, though, is the figure that everybody's getting with the fancy base. Better, obviously not better looking figure because it's the same figure, but better base, overall better base. And you're going to tell me that people just watched it? It's crazy.
And this is not the first time this has happened. Like,
Correct.
this has happened before.
Correct.
Where Japan got it or whatever. Hot Toys China got an exclusive. Here in America, we're like, oh, we want that so bad. And the guys who have FOMO and can't wait jump and spend a ton of money. And then, boom, it gets announced Toy Fair exclusive, SDCC exclusive. So this has happened before. This wasn't the first time.
Absolutely.
This exact scenario happened.
And that is one reason why, when it comes down to pieces like these, when it was 20 only, I personally knew that it was going to be nearly impossible to get a single piece out of 20 worldwide. That was number one. Number two, if there was a chance you were going to pay a pretty penny for whatever it was, like I told you guys before, I was willing to pay $1,000 for one of these. $1,000.
Tab, tell them how much I was going to pay.
You tell him.
I set my budget. What was it? $2,500. If I came across one, now look at the ones I was coming across, like you heard.
Now you got how many? How many for 1,000?
Yeah, I got two coming.
Imagine.
I got two coming for less than $1,000.
See, and people are ready to pay.
All right, let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mantis. This is happening live, guys. Live breaking news. It's gone, guys.
Mantis was shot.
Underground Figures gone. Pop Culture gone. Not Pop Culture. I'm sorry. Underground Figures gone. Time Walker Toys gone. Big Bad Toy Stare gone. Pop Culture. That's like my last resort, guys. Like that's the last resort. Last Amigo, last dance. Right? I go on their website. They got 10.
10.
See? I told you guys.
I just bought a case.
No, you didn't.
They got 4.
You did not get a case.
I did.
All right, so I got 2. I got one from you and one from Sideshow. So I told you guys that is happening
Go
with
to
Mantis.
Pop Culture. Use your 10% off.
I'm telling you.
Mantis,
listen,
she's gone.
Listen to me. I told you guys that was going to happen with Mantis tonight. I told you that. And She-Hulk as well. I can tell you this. A lot of people didn't pre-order She-Hulk. Okay, and now that figure is going to be very scarce, and you're going to notice that everybody's going to want it, and they're going to be like, it's going to be Crosshair 2.0. Just wait and see.
But She-Hulk doesn't complete a line. Like, again,
no.
She-Hulk,
Fine,
I can live without She-Hulk.
Fine. But you're going to want people, now that you're not going to be able to touch her, that's when they're going to want her.
Like, I can't complete my Guardians of the Galaxy without this Mantis, and I sold that crappy bullet head. I couldn't wait to get that stupid bullet head out of my display. And and then when you guys are talking about it, I'm like, yeah, remember, because I stopped pre-ordering. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get Mantis. Yeah, Fabs, I'm going to get her, right? Let me just go and see, well, she's definitely going to be at underground. What the?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's gone. She's gone.
So just like I said, I had a feeling when Toys for Kiddos is taking this long to replenish figures, and again, Mantis is still available on Toys for Kiddos
for $350. She's $250 on Pop Culture.
Right. She's $360. She's $360 on Toys for Kiddos. But my point, I'm talking about She-Hulk. It doesn't take him 5 days to replenish a figure that just came out, and She-Hulk has been gone since the day he put her up. So that tells me something. That tells me something.
Yeah, and I don't see She-Hulk. Now that, again, mentioning her, I guess specifically, I don't see As I'm scrolling through She-Hulk, I'm through the Hot Toy figures because I was trying to see like what other Hot Toy figures can I add to this pop culture order, and She-Hulk's gone.
Yep.
She-Hulk's not even
Nightmare
on.
says, I think
pop culture
Sideshow
anymore.
should only make these limited time exclusive to individuals who have bought so many products from them in a specific time frame. Well, I mean, that's not fair, right? I feel like somebody's always going to get excluded, right? Like, for example, I haven't been ordering from Sideshow within the past, or as much from Sideshow within the past, year and a half to 2 years, right? For the past however many years before that, 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, I have been ordering everything through Sideshow. So now I'm going to be excluded from, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. It's not going to be fair in that way. But again, if you're not a Sideshow customer, why would that affect you? You know what I mean? If you're not buying from them, that's your problem. That's where you're not being included. So I get why that would work, but it's like, I don't want to be excluded, Fab, I'll sell you my Iron Man 5,000. This guy, unreal. What'd you say?
The only thing I want Sideshow to do is they ship it in the order in which it's paid.
That'd be great. Or
But
any order that makes sense.
What's
But
that?
how do you know who paid it before you, or if you paid it first? You don't know that.
What do you mean? You can elect though. You can elect to full pay your figure instead of paying a deposit, and then when it comes in getting charged, you can actually elect to pay everything with your deposit.
Correct. But how do you know somebody didn't pay that before you? It's my point.
For example, can you just let me get out a sentence, Fabs? Calm yourself. When I bought the
Konnichiwa, bitch.
Konnichiwa. When I bought the Boba Fett with Throne, I bought it like the day that it came out in Hong Kong. I bought it on Sideshow's website as a pre-order still. It shipped 4 days later, and people that had day one pre-ordered didn't get their thing for months. And it was like, I literally bought it and it was shipped 3 days later, and it was still considered a pre-order because it hadn't shipped to anybody yet. So yeah, I like getting stuff quick, don't get me wrong. But if you're a day one pre-order type of person, then, it would be nice if their, ancient computer system that they use for warehouse tracking and everything else, since they always have these warehouse finds of figures that have been sold out for 10 years. And then it's like, it just should be like, okay, order numbers. It's like how Kit is like order number, 800 through 888. This is your batch. It's just a little bit more work on their part, but it makes you actually, get like a reward for giving them your money further out.
And if you put the people that pay immediately in one category and file them, you can do the same with the people that are on a payment plan. You just put them all in one category, and whoever pays first goes to first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah, it's standard, computer programming stuff to have automated things that do that. But it seems like it's rabbit out of a hat, pick a number.
It is. It is like I've heard people in New York get theirs before people in California. They don't have a system at all.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. But I was just saying that would be my only little thing where it's like, there's no solution for limited figures that's going to please everybody. There's no, anything. Collectors are never happy anyway. They always find something to ruffle their feathers and be mad about. So,
that's not true. Speak for yourself, okay?
Okay. But regardless of, all the good idea fairy stuff, that's what we called it in the military. Whenever you had somebody who thought that their bright idea was the brightest idea in history. It's just all I would want.
You mean like mine?
Yeah. All I would want is if I gave you my money first, I just get my thing first. I like it. It's like ordering food at a restaurant. You always get mad when somebody gets served before you and you were there like a half hour before them. It's like, what the hell?
Now, Nathan says, so you are telling me you wouldn't pay $100, $150, $200 a year if Hot Toys Sideshow guaranteed you early access to order and guarantee you at least one figure. Notification to your phone, order 100%.
Yes,
So,
but
yeah.
Nathan, you're not listening to what Fab said because it's the numbers game. You can't guarantee 3,000 people something if there's only 1,000. It's just
That's my point exactly.
it's
So
like
that's why
it'd be cool to be like, you know,
Correct.
I get but
Correct.
it's like getting the fast pass at Disney. There's still a line in the fast pass line. You're
Correct.
just in a line ahead of everyone else.
Right.
And
But
it
not-
doesn't
not-
mean that you're going to be instantaneously there. It just means that you might save some time.
Right.
Yeah, and not just that, but why we have another option that works for everybody. Why would we voluntarily put ourselves behind a paywall that only benefits the company? Like
Exactly.
why would we volunteer to do that when we don't have to? Let's maintain as much leverage as a consumer as we can.
Absolutely. That's a great point. And that's what I told Nathan. I would never pay extra for anything. We're already giving them all the money. They're there to provide us with a product, not make us pay to get the product.
Yeah.
You know, like, and again, I understand your point 100%. I'm not saying that it's, that it's wrong. I'm saying it's a very smart idea. The problem is it won't work for the limited figures, period. Again, depending on if it's 1,000, 2,000, low numbers. That's a problem. Because if we got more members than release amounts, that's a problem. So that's what I mean. So I would never pay for that. But if that membership guaranteed me other things besides that, maybe a specific percentage of figures, all the time, even for pre-orders like that, I would jump on all day. $20 coupon per pre-order to use on that pre-order. Absolutely, everybody would love that.
Some Loki stickers.
Imagine. Tony says you guys are buying shit by the case. You guys sounds like a lot of people. It's this Mexican over here.
That's hilarious.
Oh man,
it's when I notice it's really good. I'm getting dragged.
You know why. You know why you're doing, because you just got hit with that FOMO whip so hard.
I got Drax vibes right now, and you know what? With the coupon, it's
all I know, guys. All I know is Mike has a case. I have two. Okay, that's all you guys need to know. If you guys,
so how long do I have to make a decision as to whether I want one?
Pop culture still has no one's jumped. Pop culture has.
Well, how many are you going to have for sale?
4. How many am I going to have for sale?
And how long do I have before I have to decide?
I'm probably gonna trade. Like, my thinking is I'll trade him, right?
I got nothing you want.
I'll need, so I'll try to trade him for.
Oh my God, you don't even know what I got for you. Have you ever seen? Actually, you definitely don't have this because I know you're not collecting.
I need that D100. Like, now that I picked up these stupid Ironmans, I went back. I'm like, I gotta get that stupid D100.
Let me tell you something.
What's your budget, Mike?
Don't even speak to him now. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Because he's gonna drag you into. Don't do it. Not do it after. Don't do it now.
The Cote spin zone.
What?
The Cote spin zone.
Yeah, believe me. You're if you talk to him, you're gonna get it regardless, and you're gonna get it.
I have so many figures. Like, I have such an inventory to trade. Like, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I can give you.
He will be the peasant to find it for you. That's why I said don't do it here. You'll find the what do you
need? A VIG? You need 10%, 20%?
No, he just needs your verification.
Or he gets hard on doing it.
Well, no. Well, besides that, he has the time to do it, and he's good at finding these deals.
My wife's out of town. I have nothing but time, dear.
But just make sure that whatever list of trade items you do have costs $1,000 plus, because okay. Oh man. Nathan says yes, ship and order are paid too. Should not be that hard to do. Nightmare says, I know that when I order something from Sideshow on day one of it being announced, and someone orders it after it's released, gets it. That was the story of my life forever. I would buy. One thing was I never paid it off. It was always payment plan, and then whenever it shipped. My mistake was always leaving it as a payment plan. If you hit payment plan and it's done, it's just waiting for that final payment. What you guys should do, change it from payment plan to final pay or final payment or whatever, or pay when shipping, whatever it's called. And that will bring you guys to, I guess, somewhere back in the line rather than, oh, this peasant's on payment plan. Forget that. I noticed that and I started changing. So when I put something on payment plan, I'll make one payment, two payments, depending on how many are left. And then if I see there's one payment left or even two payments left, I'll switch it back to, charge when the item ships. And then I don't have to worry about being the last one in line because I'm on a payment plan. So I noticed that affects your order as well. So I don't know, if that's what you're doing, but that happened to me. And I noticed that once I started putting it as ship when final, when charge final payment when item ships, now I'm back in line. But I was getting everything after everybody. I'm like, I ordered it immediately. I paid it off, before it was due. What's the problem? And that was the problem. Let's see. Cassandra says, you'll have a good night. I work early in the morning. Have a good night, Cassandra. Thank you for being here. Have a nice time. Don't forget to watch Columbia tomorrow, 7 p.m. You're welcome. Gina says, so question, can you buy as many as you want of one figure, or is there a limit? There are limits depending on certain figures, right? The limited figures, for example, if there's a figure that has 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pieces, those are only
so these Chromewire-mans, you could only buy one.
Right, one per person.
One per account. Yep.
Again, depends on the figure. It's not every figure, but when there's special releases, special exclusives, one per person every time.
But then Time Walker Toys doesn't let you. Like, I've tried to buy a case from them, and they said no, two per customer. So you have to, if you really want to buy like malt, you have to like reach out to them and like work something out. Like, they have a limit to two per customer.
And a lot of the sideshow ones that are like the regular releases they'll have it in the small print underneath the thing where it says limit 5 per customer or 10 per customer,
right?
So
Depending
they
on
limit it, yeah.
Nathan says it doesn't work though. Gentle Giant has 3,000 premium members. They make 3,500 statues. 5,000 members. They make 5,500 statues guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's sideshow. That's the thing though. A statue game is completely different than a 1/6 scale game, right? Yeah. Whatever statue company you're talking about, Gentle Giant is a company that makes statues, I'm assuming?
They make a lot of stuff.
Okay, so Gentle Giant, let's assume, right, that they make strictly statues, right? Strictly statues. Again, I don't know what they make, but let's just assume. They're making, again, the statue game is completely different. Not everybody buys statues. Not everybody gets in the statue game because of what they are, the amount of space that they are. So depending on what the statue is, the popularity of the statue, all these things affect how much people want any given product, any given character, right? So it'll never work. It'll never work for something like Hot Toys because of the amount of pieces that they would need to make. I can guarantee you, again, I could be 100% wrong, but I can guarantee you that there are more people involved in 1/6 than there are in statues. And I can guarantee you there are more people involved in Black Series than there are 1/6 scale Hot Toys. So it all comes down to the price, right? The price of the item, and is it worth it for people to buy that expensive item? So that's where the issue comes in. Yeah, there are tons of people in the 1/6 scale community.
Well, the other issue with that is that Sideshow is just a distributor for Hot Toys.
Correct. So they're not even in charge of anything. Anything that they do comes from Hot Toys, period. Even though, right? Yes, they're a distributor, but they very much have power in, doing whatever they need to do. For example, these exclusives, and I say this all the time, these limited exclusives, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, they're being made by Hot Toys. I can guarantee you, because there was a conversation being had about the fact that Sideshow is making no money anymore. So I can guarantee you they went and they had a conversation saying, hey, we need to figure something out because look, we haven't been to a Comic-Con in how long, right? We're not getting any sales. Everything's sitting. We're doing 50% off, giving free figures away, and we're still sitting on stock. We got to figure something out. Like I said, the moment that first queue came up, I said, this is what's going to be happening. It worked flawlessly. They locked in their money. Why wouldn't they keep doing this? It's a no-brainer for them to, and here we are. Me being one of them, I was buying everywhere else but Sideshow. I stopped pre-ordering, like you guys know. And what did they make me do? Like thousands of other people? Come right back. And if you want to get your figure from us for retail, then this is where you're going to be. Once it's gone for retail, that's your problem. We locked in the money that we need to make for these figures. Whatever you want to get it for, if it's not from us, that's not our problem. Because guess what? We already made our money anyway.
Again, so I think these numbers are telling. I wanted to maybe go through this with you. So like these, like you're right, 1,500, 3,000, right? So if this Chrome Iron Man was not limited to 3,000, and you could pre-order for the next year, how many do you think they make? What's your number? What number do you put on it?
Is that for me or for Jay?
Either of you.
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, I missed it. I was reading the thing. What was it?
So it's 3,000, right? That's the limited number, sold out in a day, right? I'm saying, so if it was not limited to 3, and you could order this figure for the next year, right? It was an open order, just like any other freaking figure. You could order it whenever you want.
I'd get it.
How many of them do you think get placed? Like, what do you think the production run would be on this Iron Man figure? Knowing that 3,000 got sold in one day.
I think, I don't know why I've always thought it.
I'm going to say 60,000.
Really? No, seriously.
That number's living in infamy. I'm going to get a jersey with it on the back.
I'm going to say 7 to 8K.
Really? I think we're somewhere in the 20,000 of the high production numbers when we do like these Iron Mans and things, Spideys. I think those are all like 20,000s. They have a lot of territory.
No one knows, right? We don't know.
No.
I would guess like
I wouldn't be surprised if it's higher than that.
Triple. I thought maybe like, because again, but I could see it being 20. Like if they released the numbers and said that, you know, their Mark III run was 16,000 figures, it wouldn't shock me. That wouldn't.
No.
Well, because 16,000 is not a crazy number.
But I don't think. I think the more expensive they are, I don't think it is that high. I'm starting to think that maybe it is in that range that you're saying, Fabs. Like you're saying, like think about it. The people that really want this figure, right? The people that really, really want it are most certainly ordering it on day one and getting it. And if it took a whole day for that, it didn't sell on instantly. It took a whole day. Like double that up or maybe triple that up. So I think it's telling now.
And another thing, just because they were sitting for an entire day doesn't mean that people weren't ordering the entire day. You know what I mean? It could have just taken that long for them to sell because they had, you know, whatever number they had. That could be a possibility too. You know what I mean? Maybe they had that many that it took a while for them to sell. Not that nobody was ordering, you know.
But that's just everything you just said is accurate. I agree with it. It makes me look at the numbers a little differently. But I am talking about worldwide. We're talking 3,000 in the States, double that, 6,000, triple it, 9,000. They still got the rest of the world.
Right.
So we could easily get to 20 or 16 or, yeah. But I don't think we're up in the.
But that's one thing. That's one thing we got to be more specific about. Like, for example, like my 8,000, 7 to 8,000 number would, to me, it's obviously, you know, that would be for like North America. You know what I mean? Only.
Yeah. It makes sense the way you guys just said that, you know.
Right. Like, I'm not thinking about worldwide. I'm thinking
Don't
like.
You think back in 16, 15, 16, 17, I really do think the production runs were in that 5,000-6,000.
Back years ago, absolutely. The way they used to sell out, it was 100% given to us that it was that little amount.
It had to be sub 10, I guess. I just
absolutely.
Feel
Absolutely.
No basis. I have no knowledge and no confirmation. But.
Absolutely. No, I'm with you. No, we will never know, but I can guarantee you back then 5,000, that was probably the norm.
I would just love to know give me one figure. Like, tell me the production run on Thena.
60,000.
You know what I mean? Just so just give me one figure so I know what the range is.
We have Keiju Daddy. Welcome. First time here. Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
He's in. I believe this guy is in Japan. Is that right, Kaiju? I've seen you on another show a while back. I think he's in Japan.
I don't know, but welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got
He's
Rob
not Japanese, but he's in Japan.
Oh, gotcha. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Or not Japan, China. Jesus Christ, I shouldn't have smoked that.
I shouldn't have smoked that. Fab, I switched from payment plan to pay in full now and then. I'm on your items been delayed line like everyone else. Yeah, no, being delayed is one thing because it's everybody. When something's delayed, it's not just you, it's everybody. What we're talking about is when you place an order and you think you're first and it's paid off and then everybody's getting it before you. That's what we're talking about. Right. Gina says Batwoman statue Joker is stunning. Oh, you got a Batwoman Joker?
No, she means Catwoman. She misspelled.
Oh, Sideshow has a voice with Hot Toys, but that's it. Hot Toys does what they exactly, absolutely. So at the end of the day, Sideshow works for Hot Toys. Period. It's that simple, right? The thing is that Sideshow is not a peasant company. Sideshow does their own thing. Sideshow has power, right? As a stand-up. Forget Hot Toys for a second, right? We think that
starting to sound a little gay.
Well, we think that Sideshow is only alive because of Hot Toys. We think that Sideshow is who they are because of Hot Toys. No. Yes, they're that much bigger of a company because they're the main company that deals with the king. Period. That's it.
There's no question. Hot Toys is Sideshow's biggest account.
Oh, no, 100%. 100%. So that's why when it comes to anything regarding Hot Toys being sold by through Sideshow or anything related, anything Hot Toys related affecting Sideshow, you better believe there is going to be a conversation had about figuring out something, which is, again, what they did with the queues and everything else. Because when have we heard of Sideshow not showing up at Comic-Cons? I never heard of that. And since 2020, they haven't shown up to one. That looks bad. It's a turnoff for collectors who love going to Sideshow booths. Not only that, but having to watch these YouTube shows that they do showing the figures in their little bedroom. Like, what the hell are you doing? So all of that alone, it's turning people off.
So corny.
As
they're what do they call it? Sideshow Con?
Yeah.
Right.
Something original like that.
Exactly. Next week, right? I mean, because San Diego is not next week, but the following week, I think.
They put that poor girl on the new girl with Guy, and she was so nervous she talked over him the whole time. I was like, oh, this poor thing. Like they just threw her out to the wolves.
Nathan has a good point here. He says 26 years in sales, though, telling you it would work. A system like that maximizes their sales, orders, and ends overstock. Hot Toys themselves should be behind it. Instant money. Won't comment further. Why don't you? We need.
Why do you want to give them that power? Like I have to get this stupid HasLab thing for the G.I. Joe, and it's like, why are we crowdfunding a $1 billion company? But I have to do it because otherwise I don't get to have the thing. So they got me by the cojones. And Nathan's like, we should all sign up for that. Why? I don't get that.
No risk for them. Instant profit.
Correct. But here's the thing. Here's where I'm siding with Nathan. Okay, and I understand you, Joker J. I'm on your side 100%. I don't feel the need to have to pay extra to get a product. Period. That's my stance. Again, not that it's a bad idea, because I think it's a great idea. But when it comes to those limited pieces, I don't think it's going to work. But my thing is this. Like I mentioned earlier, Sideshow is the distributor of a company. right? So they have to provide their
Take
product.
the thing down. I can't even see you.
Wait, so they have to
Thank you.
provide their product to us. That's their job, right? As a distributor. Whatever little tricks and little ideas they come up with to try to get us to buy their product from them, right? That's up to them, right? They have to come up with their ideas of how do we get this marketed? How do we sell this? How do we get as many orders as possible? I think that's where the Q came in, right? They had to brainstorm. They had to figure out, hey, we got to do something about this, right? So that's why I said what I said when it started happening. I said, this is the future. This is never going to stop. And here we are.
Sure, but we're not at a meeting of toy distributors or manufacturers. We're collectors. Why would we want to? I'm not voting against myself.
Exactly my point. So this is where I was going. So again, that's their job, is to provide stuff to us. And that's what they've been doing. Whether it's the Q or you go get it on your own, they're doing what they need to do, what they feel necessary.
So how about a gold members club or like the captain's club, like with flying or something like that? Okay, you want to pay a premium for this exclusive club that you're in with other people that pay premiums. Those people only get these certain limited edition figures, but they have to be Japan. See, I knew it. But they have to be, they can't be like a main character, something that it's got to be really exclusive, like the porcelain stormtroopers. It's got to be something that's really just a niche thing. And if you want to pay more to have the opportunity to have that I'd be down for. Like, but I don't think a mainstream release should be available to as many people as possible.
Well, they are. That's the thing. The MMSs and everything else, it usually is. And that's when they have the issue of overstocking and stuff sitting, especially now, because people think, hey, they're going to sit. We're going to get them later on for cheaper, which is why everything's waitlisted before anything goes for discount now. They're trying to avoid sitting on all this stock. But again, my point
they're creating scarcity, and that's what
correct.
That's where demand and value come from.
Correct. So my point is, I do not need to or feel that I need to pay. I'm already paying $500 for an Iron Man, okay? A figure. Whether it's die cast or not, that doesn't matter. It's $500 a piece of whatever it is. $350, $300, $400, $500. I already feel like I'm already paying enough to get the actual product. So to have to pay the person selling me a product a membership for them to guarantee me the product, I think it's overkill. I think it's unnecessary. I think if they figure that was the one way or the best way to get the most sales, you better believe they would have done it by now. Michael.
Fabio.
What do you think?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm over it.
Unreal.
But what you said before, Mike, is why I didn't get him. I just got the Mark III. The Hono's coming out the next day. I need money for that. And Sideshow's behind by 9 orders just for me alone.
Yep.
So they're coming in any day. So it's like, where's my money got to go? And then this beauty comes up, and I spent an hour looking at it on and off, almost pushing the button to order because it's so good looking. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, I got to draw the line somewhere. Like, it's finding.
Look, if you're not an Iron Man collector, and like I can, again, I heard someone like try to lump this into like the neon tech, and that I wouldn't go that far, because neon tech, that is really for only the Iron Man collectors. That's a variant that I don't see people interested in unless you're an Iron Man fan or collector. But this has the colors. This has a normal color scheme. Like, we haven't had a normal Iron Man in the red chrome. Like, we've had a red chrome before, but it's been on a funky type of Iron Man. It was
that suit that looks like it extends in the waist. And
it's got like flat flaps to it. It's got like a flat. It's not like your normal movie Iron Man in the red chrome. We don't have that. So this is the first one we're getting in a. And look, they're gonna do one in the gold, like a red and gold. Like, I feel like this. Look at this. We like shiny stuff. It's going to sell. Comic books, foil comic books. They are selling like hotcakes now. because people just like that shiny,
That chrome is the new
chrome, sparkly look.
Yep, the
It
chrome.
sells.
They're gonna keep making them. Look how long they've been making stormtroopers. You know, those gold chrome, that copper chrome, that black chrome, that silver chrome. Now you got silver chrome stormtroopers. Now you got silver chrome matte clone troopers. Now you got the gold clone. You know, so
But that doesn't work as well as an Iron Man, though. You know what I mean? Like I feel
it's a different thing. But my point is the paint. They're using these shiny paints because they're appealing. And they're making people go crazy, spend $6,000 for an Iron Man figure over a paint application. You know what I mean? So that's the problem.
I was going to do it too.
Michael, what I was going to say, well, the question I had asked you was, would you pay for the membership on Sideshow? Yes or no?
Would I pay for a premium membership that would lock me in to getting what it only locks me into getting normal figures? And I get what he's saying. Like if I'm paying like a membership fee, right? And let's say that membership fee allows me to guarantees me to get the exclusive Toy Fair figure or the Comic-Con figure, and I'm guaranteed to get it. Like I'm guaranteed to get it. You're saying that would mean basically they're only selling 3,000 of these memberships, right?
Well, no, he's saying the statue companies made more depending on the number of members. So that guaranteed everybody would have, and there'd be some overspill for the collecting peasants.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would, like I said, I would buy it if it, again, like the membership would have to be limited, right? Because I don't want to have 10,000 people. Like, what makes it then, a club or an exclusive member if everyone and their mother can buy one? You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's like, it's very tricky. And like I said, I'm with Nathan with the fact that it'll work. It'll work as a membership, but it won't work with the exclusives, period. It just won't work.
It might work great, but again, why do we want this?
Well, no, as I'm saying, I don't see that work. Like, for example, I don't want to pay to Sideshow to get their stuff. I don't. You know what I mean? And we shouldn't have to, but I get his point, is what I mean.
And you know what else I think? Sure. I think this, like, again, anything Marvel, I think what are we now? 2 weeks away from Wolverine, Deadpool?
Yep.
Like they're talking like that this movie is going to reinvigorate
It's supposed to
reboot 3 or phase 4 Marvel. Like they're going to tease the whole X-Men universe that's coming, like the Fantastic, like there's a whole world of Marvel that, we got the Avengers, you know what I mean? We got Thor, we got, Marvel Cosmic. We didn't get the whole MCU X-Men. So, I mean,
I shared the cast list from IMDb in a chat earlier, and it's like 16 people deep. And a lot of the names I'm not familiar with. They're not the comic book characters I remember. But Colossus is there, Toad is there. So there's definitely going to be some reference to the Sony X-Men with Toad. We know Colossus is back. There's just a lot of characters. Cassandra Nova.
Well, because there's the whole like multiverse. But I think I think at the end they're hinting like at where it's gonna go with the expansion into X-Men and then Fantastic Four and everything like that.
Yeah, setting up the whole next phase. Yep.
So, getting into this conversation very quickly, we're talking about movies. We got this beauty, okay? We got this beautiful tease, guys, trailer. And I want to get into this real quickly because it looks like there's a lot of potential figures from this movie, right? And mainly being this beauty right here, okay? So as you can see, we have the Hulk being teased. I don't know if you guys can tell from the picture, but he's got the gray hair as well. So that is telling you that they're going 100% accurate. Comic book accurate, at least. Another thing that this is telling to me is, as you can see, what Hulk does this look like? The original Green Avengers Hulk. Therefore, I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna hope that there will most likely be a flashback of the Green Hulk one way or another. And they're gonna reuse this Hulk body, this red body, because it's gonna be red. They're going to reuse it to either make a Hulk 2.0 or they're gonna make a redo a Hulk one way or another. But you better believe that this, same as She-Hulk, this is not the first and only time. Not the first. This is not the only time or the last time they're gonna be reusing or using this Red Hulk body, as you can see. Jay, what do you think?
Think it's going to be seamless?
It has to be.
That's a big boy, seamless.
Well, every Hulk.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of weight.
No, it has the joint at the arm joint.
Yeah, all the Hulks have been seamless.
No.
They have an arm joint.
They have arm joints at the shoulders.
Oh, I thought you meant like the elbow. Yeah, no, seamless elbows. But yeah, no, up here. It's
No, I mean, do you think it's going to be a whole seamless upper torso? Silicone upper torso?
That would be ideal, because number one, it's been years since that first Hulk came out. And I have both of them, and they're both, like I said, the exact same body, just repainted. But because of the fact that it's such an old, these Hulks are such an old figure, that I believe and hope that at this point, Hot Toys could give us a completely seamless body, that it's going to be a brand new style of body. So the thing's going to be probably 400 plus. And again, that's my hope. They could give us the exact same looking Hulk, just red. But again, I would hope that we're at least 10 years after the original Hulk. So I'm expecting
all the more reason to make a second version and change the head, swap the head sculpt out, put some different clothes on him. All the more reason to do that, right? So,
and they could sell it with a 2-pack like they did the Hulk and Bruce Banner, right? They could give you.
Boy, that'd be great. But you know how much that'd be?
Well, exactly. That's the only thing.
They need to do that, though. Like, I would love a what's his name? Who's the actor? Oh my God,
Harrison Ford.
Thank you, Harrison. I would love a Harrison Ford, like a Thunderbolt Ross Harrison Ford figure. Like, I'm actually more excited for the Thunderbolt Ross Harrison Ford figure than I am the Red Hulk.
Wait, which one? You're excited more for what?
You understand that Red Hulk is Thunderbolt Ross, right?
Yes. What I'm saying, I didn't hear what you said.
Thunderbolt Ross he's. I mean, you've seen him in the Hulk movies, right? He's been played by the older guy with a stash, right? So Harrison Ford. I don't know. I'm more excited to have a Harrison Ford. Thunderbolt Ross.
It's funny. I like the military looking guy. You know what I mean? He was more cartoon accurate, right? To the comic, to the cartoon, on TV, with the mustache and everything. And the guy, I know both times it was a different actor, I believe, right? Both times he played, the guy was played.
I think it was the same guy.
No, it was two different actors, I think. In one movie they had to switch him. I forget which one. I think it was from Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk was one guy, and then for the MCU, I think it was another one. So I think that's what it was. But anyway, the fact that they're giving him the gray hair, number one, awesome. Number two, the new, obviously everybody's expecting the new Red Hulk, and as you can see, we're getting the old school look with the ripped pants, right? That we got for the Green Hulk. You can see here he's got a belt on. It looks like. So it's going to be your standard Hulk, just in red, with obviously some of the Harrison Ford's likeness in the head sculpt as well, because that's the whole point of doing these CGI creatures, right? You add the likeness to it. You had the likeness for what's the last Hulk's name?
Which the Bruce Banner?
The actor. Yeah, no, the actor.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, right? So that last, Smart Hulk looks like Mark Ruffalo slightly, because they used his face and his likeness as well. Same thing with the Eric Bana Hulk, the very first Hulk. Same thing with
Ed Norton.
Incredible Ed Norton. So this is a thing, right? So we're gonna get that Red Hulk with the likeness, somewhat of Harrison Ford, which is what's exciting to me. Don't forget that we also got that Indiana Jones figure coming out as well from him. And
I'm real excited about this Hulk. I don't have a Hulk, and I'm ready. I'll take a red one first for sure.
Would you buy a 2.0 or a reissue of a green one?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But you don't have
Especially if it's a seamless body. I'm all over it. Because the Ryu
Never gonna
Anybody
happen.
that's got that Ryu figure, it looks great. Sorry.
Never gonna happen. A seamless. Because think about it. Like Venom was their chance to do a seamless big body figured, and they didn't do.
But they have to glaze him over with that coating though. I can't
Wouldn't
see
it make
them
most
doing
sense
that in a
with that
silicone
stretchy-
body.
But wouldn't that make most sense with that stretchy, rubbery fabric that it would work mostly on Venom like that? I feel like that was their opportunity if they were going to do a seamless body. It would work on Venom more than any other. Like
No,
with Hulk,
I
they have
think-
to do the sculpt of the muscle, and like that's way more difficult.
I think that stuff peels off when you stretch it and expand it. That's why it wouldn't work on the silicone. I don't know. That's just a guess.
I mean,
but-
Venom's skin, I think is pretty like resilient. You know what I mean? That rubber, anyways.
And just so you guys know, he comes with this shield, by the way. You heard it here first.
See,
so,
you know why I don't think they'd make it silicone? Because if you get a 2-pack, I don't think that's going to be the case because it'd be too expensive. Like the do-back with the Trooper is $700, and this involves likeness rights. This involves a bigger body. A Trooper is not the same as making, well, maybe, I don't know. It'd be around $700-800, and if you made it a full silicone body, I don't know, man.
No, you think a Hulk with a figure would be that much money?
It's massive.
I think it'd be at
It's
least
bigger.
$700.
It's
Well,
a
hold on. Hulk when it came out was $350, $375.
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll be in the 700s. It's going to be 400 and change.
So like up it now. So let's say Hulk's 450, and the figure's 550, 650,
It'll be a Mark 6 2.0 with gantry price.
Yes.
Just like that.
I'm comparing it to the do-back with the Trooper, and that's $700.
Yeah, but you got to
And
understand.
I think you got the same amount of work, R&D, and you have a head sculpt. You have a likeness plate you got to pay too.
Well, number one, the do-back is a statue. Number two, the do-back is a mold, right?
Yeah.
It's just the reason why it's so expensive is because the thing is humongous. Number one,
and so is the Hulk.
The paint application. No, the Hulk is not as big. The Hulk is big this way, right? Tall wise, and it's not so much the height; it's the amount of bulk that the figure is overall. Right, the do-back is a straight, not print, a molded figure, right? Just again, massive figure. That's why they could come up with this price. Remember the paint application, right?
Yeah.
The amount of whatever material that is being molded and printed from and made from, right? So that's where the price comes in. I think it comes from the size of it. A Hulk cannot reach $500. Impossible.
What was the Nightmare Batman 2-pack black suit Superman?
That was 500 and change, was it?
Yeah, that was like 465.
Yeah, plus tax and shipping was definitely over 500.
Yeah, right.
So we'd be a little over 500 and come in somewhere under 7. So maybe around 6. Yeah,
I think a Hulk these days is close to $500. I think a Hulk is $479.
Correct.
$469.99.
Correct. And it dictates whatever dictates that price is the accessories that it comes with it. If it's very cheap stuff, if you guys notice, what they tend to do sometimes is they won't load up a figure with stuff to keep it at a cheaper price. Even though they could give you a bunch of stuff with it to make it cheaper, they don't. So they'll give you a basic figure just for you to have the basic figure for whatever price, so they don't have to overcharge or charge us too much for the same thing. Liam says it'll be 5+ like Carnage.
Truly.
Now I'm surprised Sam Elliott played Ross in 2. See? That's what I'm saying. It was a different guy. It was a different guy for the.
Sam Elliott played Ross in the 03 Hulk, and then again he played in the MCU.
There was one that he wasn't. It wasn't the same actor. I'll figure it out. I'll think about it and let you know. Because like I said, when I saw him, I was like, wait, that's not the same guy.
Play it for me.
Hold on.
Let me hit the button here.
Hold on.
Wrong.
Oh man. So then so what do you guys think? So Jay, real quickly, do you think they're making it the Red Hulk, yes or no?
What movie is this?
Captain America,
Yeah.
a Brave New World.
Yes, because what else are they going to have? They're going to have Sam and Nick.
Well, they got Esposito as another Falcon guy. They have Bucky is back. And
Good deal. Tens of people care.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can guarantee you they'll make others from it. Definitely, obviously.
They won't make a Bucky.
Well, the Sam Wilson is going to be the dark suit, the dark, instead we had the white one, now we're going to get the dark blue one, with the wings, same exact thing, just blue.
Yeah.
And a Bucky, depending on how different he looks, maybe that's an easy figure for them to make as well. But I think the main figure that people will be looking for out of the whole movie is the Red Hulk.
Look at the advertisement. Look at the advertisement. It's him and the Shield. That's the only two things being represented.
Correct.
No fake Captain America, no fake new Falcon, no boring side character with one bad arm. Who cares?
Right, exactly. So this is going to be a very hot figure. Get ready to pre-order immediately, or
Thule says $520.
Or wait for Mike to get a case of it.
I say it doesn't go over 5. It'll be
I don't think so either. I don't think so. Yeah, exactly.
It won't go over 5.
A two-pack.
A two-pack will be 6+.
Yeah.
But a regular.
So you're saying Hulk will be under 5?
Yeah.
With or without the sideshow.
Hulk will be $469, $479, $489.
So doesn't that count as 5? Because once you pay sideshow tax and shipping, there's $40.
The retail price, I'm going to say it'll be, $440, $450. So it'll be over 5 with tax and shipping.
It's for those mental midgets who don't think about those things. You know what I mean? It's under 5, so they think it's cheap.
Thule, write these numbers down, because we're going to have to revisit this. Hey, it's a birthday boy.
Guys, happy birthday to the third-party peasant in the house. Welcome. Nice to see you. This guy just went out to dinner. He had his chocolate lava cake with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. He had his candle. He had his birthday song. And now he's here disturbing the peace. Look at this. Bucky isn't even in this movie. Yeah, he is, peasant. Unbelievable. See, already came in. Birthday drunk, I guarantee it. Okay? He don't even know what he's talking about. Rudy, go on Google and type in, actually, Rudy.
He's a rabble rouser.
Rudy. Brave New World, Rudy. Let's show Rudy who's in the movie.
Receipts.
Oh my God, Rudy! Wait, Rudy, who is this guy right here? I think his name is Sebastian Stan. Why is he in the roster and the cast of the movie? Oh, that's right. I know why. I could give you one reason why, because you're as usual. So, happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday, asshole.
Right. Come again.
Too late, jerk off.
See, Rudy? See what happens?
Let the kids talk to Uncle Fabs. They'll go right to bed.
Wait. The Nightmare says, Sebastian says caster Bucky Barnes. Thank you. Wait, where's Rudy? Hold on. Wait. Just making sure. Hold on. I just want to read it for those in the back. Hold on. Bucky isn't in this movie. Rudy. Rudy. Unbelievable. This is what happens when I say something. Before you question it, Google it, okay?
You should have stayed with that lava cake, Rudy.
He's
gonna keep the kids out later next year.
Because what happens is, before I say anything, I make sure it's true. This is why I don't lie to you guys. If I don't know something, I say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it's true, but I'm saying it. If I say it with conviction, it means it's there, Rudy. So hope this birthday lesson is never forgotten, okay? This is our new beginning. This is our fresh.
The annual birthday lesson that you look forward to all year.
Oh, man, Ernesto says don't kick a guy when he is down. Ah man, but yeah, he was wrong. Ah man, Captain America, los hermanos.
Yeah, really.
Guys, unbelievable. So yeah, guys, and then obviously not definitely not last and definitely not least, we got some more drama. We got some more not drama, we got some more action. So we have what is upcoming, guys. So it looks like we have Thrawn, we got Obi-Wan, we got what's his name 2.0, the Mandalorian, what's his name? What they call this guy?
Gideon.
Moff Gideon
Moff
2.0.
Gideon.
Then you got Tech, you got Rooted and Sculpted Joker, you got Bane, and you got Quill. Peter Quill finally here. So, guys, let's go with you, Michael. Anything you're very excited for, or are you expecting everything?
One of the worst lineup of figures I've seen.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's anything super exciting that we haven't,
So you're not getting the Joker, you're not getting Tech.
I have the Joker.
Oh, you already got this one from Hot Toys? Nice. Can I see it?
We have them. We have these.
You got the artisan already? Let me see. Nice.
Stop. Stop.
He's like, stop.
I'm not buying. I'm not buying into that bullshit. I'm not.
So no artisan for you.
No way. Artisan is DX, and that's a joke too. So, no. I'm excited for. I want to complete my my cast of
Ahsoka.
No.
Obi-Wan?
The crew, the
Oh, Thrawn, Ahsoka.
Holy shit, you are thick.
Oh, Quill, Guardians.
No.
Oh, Bane.
Not him.
Oh, Obi-Wan.
Nah, I hate him.
Oh, Tech.
That's him.
Oh my God, you forgot his name. So yeah, so he's a very exciting figure, at least for me. I love that helmet. I love the helmet.
Obi-Wan is horrible. Number one, that sculpt on Obi-Wan is really bad. Thrawn, okay, I can get a little excited for that Smurf, but not really. The other guy with the stash 2.0, not excited for him. I like him better with the stash too.
Oh, you don't like the 2.0 with that without the mustache?
You need him with a stash.
Yeah.
Him stashless is lame. You have
don't be racist, okay? Go ahead.
You need a stash on him. Him with no stash is just it's just not the same figure. Bane, we've gotten Bane like a million times through third party. I have that look through the third party Fison thing that I built, so I'm good there. And who else we got? Star-Lord in a jumpsuit?
Yep.
Pass.
So all you needed was pretty much what? A case of Mantis, and that's it.
Wrecker, but what's his name? What's his name in the middle? Zoomer? Wrecker? Johnny?
Oh, Tech.
Yeah.
Zoomer. Who the fuck is Zoomer?
Him.
He said
one
Rover.
figure out of that whole display they built. One figure.
He said Rover. He said it was Rover. Oh man.
Oh, that was great. Zoomer.
Like he was Salamanca with the ringing bell. Oh my God. With that stash, he sells clone space chicken. Tick.
Yeah.
Clone Zoomer.
Zoomer.
Oh my, this guy said Zoomer. And guys, Jay, what are you excited for? What are you waiting for if you ordered any of them?
I have none of them coming, and I'm happy about that.
Oh, so not even Bane?
No, but the Thrawn interests me because he's got that look of the Empire.
That blue balls look, yeah.
I don't have a Heath Ledger Joker in my collection or a Christian Bale Batman, and I could go my whole life without him. I love the movies, but I don't. He's not my Joker. He's not my Batman. So
wait, go ahead.
So but because it's the artisan, I want to see how good it is. Maybe I'll go after one. I don't know. This Joker thing's kind of got me wondering if I should grab one now because they put so many out lately. The market's going to be in my favor. You know what I'm saying?
So I can tell you this. The in-art Jokers are all going up for sale. I've seen a rooted for $500. Okay, a rooted Joker for $500.
I know two popular YouTube people who said they're going to sell theirs and pick up the Hot
So
Toys
it's
one.
happening. So it's happening.
So
People are getting rid of them because, you know, peasants in the community have to always get the new. And this is where these people don't have a single, again, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm just talking about in
well,
general.
let's not go down that path. I'm just saying everybody's
I
selling.
don't know. I don't know.
Everybody's
I'm just
selling.
talking about in general. Like I said, I don't know who you're talking about, but
Oh,
in
okay,
general,
cool.
in general, people always tend to sell the old stuff to get the new. It's a common theme in Hot Toys. It's not nothing new, and it's not towards anything, you know, anybody personally. It's what happens. So I've been seeing them. The
same people that were praising like this is going to be the Grail figure are now saying they're starting to find things wrong with it because Hot Toys is coming out, and they're like, oh well, now it doesn't look as good as this thing, and it's like, well, look, wait a minute. When we used to compare them a year ago, and we were looking at pictures, they didn't look that drastically different. So don't say now that they are.
Thank you.
Stick with what you said. You know what I mean?
This is the flip-flopping YouTubing world.
Yeah. Well, it's not just YouTube, it's collectors. It's collectors. There is a tribal thing at work here.
And this is what the peasants follow. The peasants follow that. That makes absolutely no sense. The flip-flopping. This is what they love. And that's okay. You know, you want to love the flip-flopping, you want to love the lies. That's okay. That's what you like. That's okay. Right?
I love the leg warmers. If anybody from the 80s remembers, Obi-Wan is wearing leg warmers. Madonna, Pat Benatar, they all had those things on. So I can't help but think of like a Jane Fonda workout video every time I look at that Kenobi. He's awful. But I know people are thrilled about him, so I'm happy for you.
So guys, you know, still on the topic of the Joker, this is what happens usually, right? And now it stands out even more because of the fact that, you know, you had YouTubers involved, and still to this day, you still have YouTubers involved with InArt that were telling you that Joker was the best thing in the world. That it was.
Yeah, I think that's a pack mentality thing. I think somebody.
But even so, it has to be called out because you have to realize what happens now that whoever was around during the Joker time when InArt came out. Remember that all of every single YouTuber that was involved with InArt was saying that Joker was a Hot Toys killer. Period.
Mm-hmm.
That was coming out of every single one of their mouth. Period. And now you're going to tell me, oh, now it's the flip-flopping game? This is what you guys have to be aware of. This is what you guys got to be paying attention to. Shit like that. Because how is any of that authentic? How is any of that authentic? How is any of that real? When they push the product down your throat being the best of the best, now it's shit because something better's coming out and you all idiots fell for it?
Well, there are people that get it. There's about 200 people according to the numbers that we get. You know what I mean? But you got to remember, people in the pack want to be in the pack. Like you have to want to be led around to be led around.
Absolutely. You're looking.
So it's not like the people. It's not like the YouTubers came up with an idea to sell something to somebody. They're sharing an idea of this must be the best thing because it's new. And it took somebody just to start a channel and say it for everybody to go, yes, I agree with him. But they all agree with each other.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's a pack mentality. It's the way we're programmed as people.
Absolutely. And this is the one thing I've called out from day one. This is the stuff that I call out every single time. Stop falling for the bullshit. Stop falling for inexperienced people's opinions. Stop falling for people who are strictly working YouTube. That this is their job. This is their main job. This is all they do all day long. So they have to figure something out, a way to get everybody on their side and have to be very PC and everything's perfect.
Sure, but that's business. They're trying to sell something. They're trying to sell themselves or a brand.
Exactly. And that's my point. This is why I tell you guys.
But people shouldn't be listening to anybody. The only thing that they should be getting from us.
They're looking to be led. That's the thing.
Right. But the only thing you should be watching anybody on YouTube for in terms of collection is for either just to have a good time, you like the personalities, or you're trying to gather information based on other people's experiences.
Correct.
But you shouldn't be saying, it really irks me when a new person comes in and they say, what figure should I get, A or B? Why are you asking me that?
Right.
The fact that you're asking me shows me that you don't care enough about either one. You should know right away.
Correct.
So what are you really collecting?
Correct.
Pick C, the thing you really can't live without.
Correct.
Don't worry about A and B. You know what I mean? So I can't blame YouTubers for this, that, or whatever, because people make the choices they make for reasons. And for these people over here, there's a reason that people want to be over there. So let them do their thing. But nobody should blame anybody for why, if you're stupid, it's on you. I don't mean people are stupid. I'm saying if you make a bad decision in a collecting game, it's on you. It's not on the people you watch. It's not on.
No. But to a certain extent, it is, because think about it. If you're watching somebody
to the newbies
pushing something on you, okay, maybe you're not looking to be led. Maybe you're just looking to watch. And you have somebody telling you, and you have a group of people telling you, and you have, constantly, again, these are people that are always, involved with the same companies, right? Bunch of channels involved with the same companies. So my point is, when you're looking at one channel and they're telling you, oh, Inart's great, then you go to another one, oh, Inart's great, then you go to another one, oh, it's great. You have no choice but to start thinking, hey, there's something to what they're saying. If all of these channels are saying the same thing, that's a problem. You could say, yeah, it's the person's individual's fault. Fine. But where did that come from?
It is a problem. It is a problem because what happened with Justin was there was a lot of new people who didn't know better, who kept seeing Toys Wonderland. And then when things fell apart, a lot of people got hurt because of that. Yep. I have no doubt that was not his intention up front, but things did go that way. So yeah, there is a certain amount of responsibility people should take, but at the same time, man, I don't think you're going to be able to rein that in. That's why I'm saying the only thing you can't change the world. You can change how you operate within it. So it's up to people to be more observant and pay attention to what, what's that say? Okay. Hey, what did he say?
Derp.
Yeah, I don't know. Why ask? It's up to you.
Influencer. So that's my point. Yes, to a certain extent, as long as you're 18 years old, you're a grown man and you should be able to decide on your own. Yeah. But when you have people putting false information and brainwashing you into believing something that it's not true, that a year or two later comes out to be false after they were telling you it was true all along, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. And that's what I don't like, and that's what I call out every single time. And last but not least, sticking to this,
so wait, which ones are you getting?
Oh, all. Of course.
Why do I keep thinking there's going to be a different answer?
Let me tell you something. I can't miss out on any of them. Think about it. Thrawn, I'm getting all of the Ahsoka. Obi-Wan, I got everybody already, besides the 501st Legion clone, which I still got to get. I think I have.
Who is the mystical person? What's the name of the mystical person in your mind that's going to call you out for the one figure you don't have? If you don't have one figure, you know what I mean? I know, but who's that? You got to shut that guy off, right?
No, let me tell you something. The fact that I don't have that gunmetal figure that's worth $2,000 right now, it kills me every day. And that figure is garbage. Garbage. That headsculpt is garbage.
I have it right here. It's beautiful.
The Mark III gunmetal?
Yes.
That pull out that head sculpt and pull out.
Why would I put a head sculpt on an Iron Man figure?
There you go. Exactly. he don't even know what I'm talking about. Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
That's what I'm saying.
So
let's not talk about him. What about Jarrell?
We're back to Jarrell.
Or Xavier.
I have Xavier. Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm just listing the figures Fabs doesn't have.
So Bane, I have every single Batman figure. Obviously, I got.
What's the girl? What's the girl? The Superman's the evil girl from Superman.
Feora
L. Fabs doesn't have her.
Because he was before I met Rudy, Mike was the third party peasant. So he stopped.
He's just sticking his finger in your bullet hole.
Oh, he hates it.
So like I say, So
It's all in your
obviously,
head, man. He doesn't exist. Let him go.
Jazzing Catwoman.
Jazz and Catwoman.
So Bane, I have to
Not
get
getting that one.
obviously because I got everybody. The 2.0, I got to get because I got everybody. Obi-Wan, everybody. So it's everybody. And then also, guys, before this is our last topic. So we have
really quick, Fabs. You don't we have two? You have 2 Banes already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be 3.
Well, remember this is a 2.0. So guys, we have our last complaint of the night. Of course, we are talking about Inart, the Hot Toys killer. Nathan
Okay,
says,
what do we got?
if he was a real collector, he'd have Jor-El.
You know what?
No, he'd have Joel, his brother.
Yeah, exactly.
He should have that figure. You're absolutely right.
He said bullet hole too soon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
He said sorry. Oh my God, is there any you don't get? Oh, there's plenty I don't get. There's plenty I've missed out on already.
Not on purpose, though.
Exactly, not on purpose. It's just so much coming in at once. And so I haven't been able to catch up, which I'm never going to catch up at this point.
Troopers is what is you have the Troopers.
Well, believe it. Let me tell you something. If I were to get out of Clone Wars, I'd have no problem. I'd have absolutely no problem. I feel like Clone Wars is killing not only the amount of space, but my wallet because there's so much of it. You know what I mean? So much of it. And it's never ending and it's never going to end. So let's get right into the complaint, guys. So we have a complaint here. It says, got my first Inart figure today, and the QC is a joke. The diecast sword is bent. The magnet in the wrist peg fell out.
This is Gandalf.
Exactly. The hand was free floating in the box.
Mine too.
The laces on the shoes are cut. The hat, staffs, scabbard, wasn't in its foam, cut out. The magnet in the base is a joke. Oh my God. I have about 90 Hot Toys and I have seen a broken part here and there, but here and there. But this is the absolute worst I've seen in 1/6 scale figures.
Wow. So
it looks like Inart is doing very well in the Hot Toys killing aspect. So as I always said, this company is complete garbage. There is nothing about this company that will ever have to make Hot Toys worry. I believe that Hot Toys is very thankful for them for coming into the game, for giving them the artisan line. They're banking on that artisan line. So thank you, peasants, Inart. But like I said, and we'll always say, this company is garbage. Anybody pushing this is garbage. Anybody tricking people into buying this is garbage. Anybody who keeps saying that this company is great is garbage. And at the end of the day, there is nothing that this company can make and will make that will be better than Hot Toys ever. Period. Point blank. End of story. And it's just that simple. Joker J, what do you think of this? Owning the Gandalf, because you have the Gandalf.
I think some of his stuff sounds legit to me because you guys know I showed you everything. Still think it's a good figure, but like I said, it's not the Hot Toys killer. So what's the conversation here? It's overpriced. It should be comparative with Hot Toys. And that's all there is to it. Otherwise, it's a licensed. I can't even say that. But I'm saying, like, what categories we have? We have Hot Toys, and we got, and we have. No. We have third party, and we had Hot Toys.
Right.
Then Inart comes along.
Right.
So then, rather than say that we have Hot Toys and Inart on this tier, third party down here, it became Hot Toys in the middle, Inart at the top. Well, now we're seeing that that's not true. So do we bring them back down to the same level of Hot Toys, or are they just one of these companies we talk about? Like, do we really think they're going to be here 10 years from now at this rate?
I think so. And again, the only reason why they would still be here in 10 years, attached to the YouTuber's hip, 100%. That can never end. Number two,
Like, we don't talk this much about so-so. So are they worthy of our discussions at this point, is what I'm saying. Or should they just be like, well, if they put out a good figure, I'll get it.
well,
Should there be any hype anymore?
I will never hype this company. That's why I don't bother with this
I
company.
want to
That's
see
what
the
Mike-
Aragorn when it comes
Mike-
in. That's the next
Mike
one
gets-
I have. And
This
if
is-
it's, you know,
This is what Mike gets upset talking about this company, because what is there to talk about? And obviously I talk about it because I know people like to talk about it in the community.
Sure.
Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that people don't like it. So that's why I speak on it. I tell people what I think, and that's it. Obviously, whoever likes it, they're going to buy it.
no. But what I'm saying is, are they giving us a product that's worthy of our time to discuss? We don't spend this much time talking about so-so.
Correct. Never.
See what I'm saying?
Correct. Never. But the reason why I brought this up is because, again, I will always point out how people really feel. I don't know a Gandalf. I don't own a Gandalf, so I can't talk on Gandalf. I can talk on Joker and I can talk on Pennywise. I'm bringing this up because I know you have the Gandalf. So if you're reading this as somebody who has the Gandalf, it's more trusting coming from somebody like you than somebody like
I
me.
believe it, because I had some of the same issues he had. There was glue on the magnet that stuck to the hand, and when I ripped the hand off, I accidentally ripped the friggin' thing, I think, or it came that way out of the box. I don't know. That sword is real heavy, so it probably, I haven't even put it in the hand yet because I still have to sew the sleeve. So he's sitting on a table waiting for me to get to him. I didn't, but at the end of the day, once I sew that sleeve up and everything, is it going to be a good figure? And can I pose my way out of any of those problems? Yeah, I like the figure. I'm glad I got it. But at the price point it's at, it should be another level up from Hot Toys, and it just isn't. I'd love to say that it is for what I spent on it, but it just isn't. So, but that's one person's opinion. This game is about opinions.
Nightmare says, here I was going to stop collecting clones and trade all of them for in-art stuff. I'm so glad I am learning about this now. Imagine.
Yeah, right.
Imagine. What a peasant.
He's going to have G.I. Joe and then Pennywise.
Nathan says that Gandalf should never happen. Exactly. In-art is garbage, like I said from day one, period. And nobody believed me, and here I am still saying the same thing.
Look at that gold Cheerio. Remember the gold Cheerio?
Exactly. That was disgusting. So that's my point. You guys want to follow the big channels and the YouTubers telling you stuff they don't know anything about, only because they're getting paid. They're getting the figures shipped early, shipped cheaper, to tell you, hey, buy this garbage. And you go, hell yeah, he said it was good. So this is what you guys are falling for. All I do is call it out, tell you guys the truth.
Let's bring it to a discussion with people who actually have done that. I mean, I don't think anybody in our regular viewership that talks every week in the chat, because we're all kind of on the same, but has anybody been influenced to buy an in-art figure from somebody that they watch on YouTube, and then were they disappointed with it when they got it? Because those people are selling theirs.
Well, I can tell you,
the people who got it first before you and told you how great it was are now going to turn around and sell theirs. So it's like, that should tell you something. There's nothing wrong with them doing that. What I'm saying is it should tell you something.
Correct. Albert,
you should be able to gather information from that,
Welcome.
Hello!
So that is a very good point. And what I was going to say, Jay, was Bobby was one of them. Big Bobo. Yeah. He was one of them. He sold his in-art Joker so fast. And my thing was, why would you not keep it? He's like, I don't like it. So where did he get the idea from to buy the Joker?
Right? I think Yost. I say Yost.
He's gonna stab you in the chat. So I think, right, that he got it from whether he likes to admit it or not, and that's another thing. I can tell you, not many people will admit it in the chat that they were suckered in by a YouTuber to buy some garbage. Nobody will tell you that in the chat, period. It's that simple. But I can tell you exactly what you said. The fact that they're getting rid of them tells you everything you need to know. If they were that great of a figure, why aren't they keeping it? I gave it a 9. I told you guys why. I will never get rid of my figure just because I don't get rid of my figures. Even that one that I can just be like, you know what? I could sell it for $300 and I'll be done with it. But it's like, no, it's my figure. I bought it. I'm going to own it, right? But I didn't buy that because somebody told me to. I didn't buy that because I thought it was going to be the best. I didn't buy that because it was going to kill Hot Toys. I didn't buy that because I expected it to be the best figure ever made. No, I bought it because I wanted to be able to, number one, experience the product myself, to be able to speak on the product, speak on the company. Same reason why I bought the Pennywise. I wanted the Pennywise, and then he gave me another opportunity to talk about the company again. When I got my 2 experiences and I said, this is not worth no 400 nothing or 700 nothing, which the double pack Joker that I got was 7 and change, and the Pennywise was 4 and change. I said, neither of these 2 figures are worth any of this money, which is why I decided to completely stop buying that company, because it's not doing anything for me, but taking my money for garbage that is not worth that money, right? Obviously, you guys, you work, you spend your money on whatever the hell you want. You will take advice from whoever you want. But at the end of the day, guess what? People are getting rid of them regardless.
See, I got lucky that they didn't come out with a character I really wanted right away. So I said, let me sit back, let some people get these things, see what the deal is, learn from them. But then Aragorn came out, the pictures, and I said, boy, he looks really good. And then I said, if I'm going to go into the Lord of the Rings, I got to go back and get Gandalf. So that's why I ended up getting in late with spec, and it took so long to get to me, because I was like literally one of the last people to order him. But I was sold on the pictures of Aragorn. I waited long enough, and then I was like, well, if I'm going to do the Lord of the Rings, I got to do it. I got to get those guys. So I'm locked into this company for the Lord of the Rings as long as it doesn't get worse. You know what I mean?
And that Aragorn figure was actually very decent looking, because when I saw it, I was like, this is not bad. And you were like, what the hell?
Yeah. But now,
it looked good. It looked good.
Now they release pictures of that, though, and there's a downgrade in the sculpt. So it's like, well, we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know.
Again, from the beginning, what did I say to you guys? This company is here to be a scumbag company. That's what I said. The moment they opened up that 3-day window and made it indefinitely for the pre-orders, remember that, for those who don't remember, Inner came in and said, you have 3 days, a 3-day window to pre-order this Joker. The 3 days came. I guess they didn't get enough sales. Oh, pre-orders staying wide open with everybody. Then a whole problem happened where it was like, oh, we never said that. Only certain people said that. Kit came out and said, no, they told us that. They told us to open up the pre-order again. And then we're telling people, we never said that. It's per reseller, per person. They're deciding to blah, blah, blah. All bullshit, all lies. Again, just like I mentioned, I was the only one in the whole community telling you guys what was coming, what to expect from this company, and here we are. I was the only one calling them a scumbag. I was the only one telling you and warning you guys about what was coming, and here we are. You're welcome. So, Michael, what do you think of a comment like this?
It's Gandalf. You know, come on.
No, but like, you know, you just bought how much was this, Jay?
$450. Did I get him for?
Okay, so $450.
It was in between four and five.
All right, so you get this $450, right? All of this stuff happens. Your sword is bent. Your magnet is popping out of everything. Everything's all over the place. Your shoelaces are cut.
Yeah, I would have returned it.
I told you the thing broke on my staff. The same thing they used to make the shoelaces is the string that they put through the staff, and all I did was try to move it around a little, and it disintegrated right in my hand. So we'll see.
But Mike, how would you feel? Like you would just be like, okay, return.
No, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. I'd return it. It's garbage. I'd be
right. Like you should.
I mean, look, I think I've had a problem with a Hot Toy figure. I mean, after all those figures that I've opened, maybe once. Like I mean, one time maybe I've had to return a figure to Sideshow. Like I you know, their quality control is really good.
Who, Sideshow?
No, well, Sideshow, Hot Toys, whatever. You know what I mean?
Hot Toys, not Sideshow.
I got two Hot Toys Death Troopers, and both of them came with armor parts missing and in the box. I mean, I get that this shit happens. I like the figure still. It's not a piece of junk. It's just not what they're saying it is. It's not a bad figure. It's on par with a standard, like what you would expect from like Hot Toys. But they're getting cutesy with some of their tech.
What are they
like
doing? Just
they don't need the
in
magnet bullshit.
Like, is it bending and shipping?
Is what bending and shipping?
The sword.
No, the sword is heavy. It could be a paperweight. Like it's And
No,
so
but
they
he's
give you
saying-
these little
he's saying-
magnetic
is it-
wrist pegs,
he's
and they're
it's
saying that
bending.
you can't hold the thing. The weight is too much.
He's saying, is it bending and shipping? Like, is it bending like while like in transit?
Yeah. Not mine. My sword is fine. The scabbard that it goes in has a little bend on the end, but not enough to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like all
All
my
right, guys.
problems are fixable. I don't know about this guy's. He had a worse experience than I did, but
Did you see what that idiot posted that I sent you?
Who? No.
It's in your Facebook feed. If you want to meet, I'll go on a rant about it real quick if you'd like me to.
Oh wait, hold on.
If you don't want to get involved with it, you don't have to. Guy's just an idiot.
Yeah, no. Don't. Let's not do that.
He's such an idiot.
We'll talk about it. Actually, guys, whoever wants to, we'll stay backstage for a little bit. Whoever wants to join backstage, just message me.
If you want to hear my rant.
Yeah, message me directly because it's a very.
I'm this close to sending him something. Like I want to.
No. It's not. Believe me, it's not worth it. You don't want to get involved with none of that. It's not worth it. So yeah, guys.
I think I know exactly. I think I know so well.
Jay, what are you what are you expecting? Did you order anything? Are you waiting for any pre-orders at all?
I grabbed that 2012 Captain America because he was like dirt cheap. They had like 35% off, and then I had some rewards. I got him for like $150.
That's a beautiful figure. That's a very classy figure, way better than the original one. That head sculpt is gorgeous. The way that suit fits, that tailoring on the suit. Yeah. Oh man, it's gorgeous figure.
So he's in Monday, and then something else was Ken. Sideshow charged me for Ken from Street Fighter, and it's been a week. And they don't usually do that to me, but they've been doing that a lot lately too. They got to get their shit together lately. Sideshow's really
before, where they charge it and then it goes like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's getting to be like that again with these guys. Nothing ships and the whole thing.
And Michael, besides the case you just order, anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god, guys! If you need a Mantis,
just did that too.
If you need a Mantis, Mike just order a case, but he only has from that case already. He only has 2 left.
I'm gonna guarantee that's gonna be the limited.
Yeah, no, and so is She-Hulk.
Figure.
Mantis and She-Hulk. Remember this conversation? You heard it here first. So yeah, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.